Evening, you lovely people. Welcome along. It is Friday Night Live. I've literally just got in from the garage. I've still got my shirt on from work. Oh, what a bloody day. I will tell you about that in a minute. Anyway, the StreamYard link is at the top of the page. If you want to join in, we're going to paste it up again. Whack over to here. That is the StreamYard link down there. Come and join in on the StreamYard link. Camera's open. Make sure your mic is up and come and say hello. Right, who's in? GB Patriot. Julian's in, dipping in and out, mum depending. Andy's here. Evening, Andy. Mister, I've got so many lights on my bike. I can light up the Milton Keynes Dons football stadium with my lights on the bike. If you haven't seen Andy's video, go and have a look at it. Daytime, nighttime, daytime, nighttime. Brilliant. And have a look at the idiot that decides to pull out on Andy and gets an earful of the full Denali's. Love that one. Evening to Subaru WRX STI. Good cars, good cars. He's always commenting on the channel. Steve Cleveland is here. Lily's here as well. Hi, Lily. Toasty messaged me this week and he's like, I'm an influencer, but thanks for the comment. Lily sent me here, so thanks, Lily. Beans and keeps messaging me now. I love Beans. Have a look at Beans on Toast's latest video about Marble Arch and Posh Part and the Aston Martin garage and all the foreign people with their tents that crap in the bushes and the hedges and, yeah, oh, God, crap everywhere. Get rid of them. Right, Slow Rider is here as well. Evening, Slow. Blake's is here. Steve's here, Exeter Rider. If you haven't seen Steve's latest video, go and look at Steve's latest video. There's some good stuff out there. Simon Brackett is here as well. Simon, we met Simon down at Wildbad, and what a guy he is. Absolutely amazing guy. Exeter Rider, until she gets out of bloody shower. I took a long time. The man I am going to comment. This guy, right, Zhead has bought himself one of these Osmo 4 Action. He did it, and he's done a little video. Go and look at Zhead's first video because it literally sounds like it's post-edit production. He's sat in his It literally sounds like he's sat in his living room, and he's added the audio track after it. Is that clear? And I'm like, where's the bloody engine noise? He's got his mic set up that good, and that is how good the DJI mic is, that you can cancel out everything in the background, just get your audio from your voice. His new video, I've literally just commented on his new video. Stu has got exactly the same settings, minus 10 dB, noise cancellation on. His video is absolutely bloody spot on. The audio is so good that it's probably one of the best videos that he's done for audio quality. But Osmo 4, Osmo 3, I've got another 4 sitting back there somewhere. You can't get better than a DJI Osmo. Brilliant. ZX9R. Evening, buddy. Thanks, you're welcome. Simon, with the I know I did say I'm looking for this horrible orange bike. Yeah, all right, but me and Simon had a really, really good time when we were down at ABR, not ABR, at Wildbad. I've just got me tickets for the next one, so yeah, I'm looking forward to the next one. Blake's, I heard his belly rumble when I was riding it. I'll tell you what, Stu's video is that good. The quality of the audio is just, and it just boosts your channel up really, really good. Blake already had a Mexican. Steve, hey everybody, good. Does anybody want a GoPro 9? If you want a GoPro 9, Stu's got one for sale. You can't get better than the DJI Osmo. I loved my GoPros until they done the upgrade and it started crashing. It was losing content. But I'm not looking back. I love my Osmos. Absolutely brilliant bit of fun they are. How are you? We're all good in the room. As I say, StreamYard links up on the side. If you want to come and join me on camera, you're very welcome to do so. I've had obviously, must point out, it is over 18s, not for children. Adult jokes, C-bombs, F-bombs may occur during the entire show. If it's not for you, big red button in the right-hand side up the top, click off, because if you don't like what you hear, I can't be held responsible. It is an over 18s show tonight. If it was a 7, I'd be all in. Yeah. Up to the 7, it was good. And then obviously after that, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, GoPro just every year. It's like the Apple iPhones, they just pushed it out. Why did the GoPro tell a joke? Because it wanted to capture how bad it was. Love it. Cheers, buddy. Steve's just asked a question. How did you start riding and what convinced you to ride? Oh my God. Here we go. Right. I'm going to cram everything into 2 minutes. I am not in a good place this week. I've had 4 or 5 things that go on. So I'm just going to run through it very, very quickly. My granddad was my idol. So if you're going back and I think it was a couple of years ago or last year, this guy, we're going to blame this guy, John Diard McLean. Who am I? What do I do? And tell us about yourself. So we all went out and we all did videos. Who am I? Blah, blah, blah. And I spoke about my granddad. My granddad was my idol. Granddad started me off at 5 years old and he bought me a little 50cc. It was literally a chainsaw. You pulled the cord, it revved, and off you went. And he taught me to ride at 5 years old. My dad watched, but my granddad was my idol. 12 years old, he bought me my dad's old bike, which was a Banters 175, and I made it a motocross bike, and I used to race around the local fields. Took it to the motocross track, and they went, "You can't take that around a motocross track." Why? It's a road bike. Yeah, but I can motocross it. And I took the Bantam round the motocross track and got 2nd place. Off the back of that, my dad bought me a KX 250 Kawasaki, and I took up semi-pro motocross. 15, I got taken on by Team KTM as one of their junior riders, and I was riding the 422-stroke KTM. Off the back of that, 17, went out and did my bike test and passed 2nd time. Big smash, but I passed 2nd time. Went to a Z900. Ended up 3 months later on a Z1300 at 17 years old on a Z1300. I've had big bikes all my life. Fireblades. God, what else did I have? Laverda Jota, Moto Guzzi Le Mans. I've had so many bikes over my entire life. GTR, had a little break. Went back onto a CBR 600, then a ZX7, which then became my YouTube bike. I started off on the CBR, that started the channel, then the ZX7, then we went to the GTR. I now have a Triumph Explorer because obviously I saw Stu riding his Tiger 800. We had a 1215 and bought a 1215. That is my bike at the moment. Love my biking career. And I have a pilly partner called Kathy. There is, for all of those that go, oh, female on the back of the bike, I'm going to put the record straight. She is a friend and a friend only. We ride as pillion partners, but that is it. I have a lovely wife at home called Mrs. B. I'm not interested in anybody else, but me and Kathy do like riding the bike together. So Mrs. B will never go on the back of the bike. Kathy likes going on the back of the bike, but we are just friends. She's got her own bike. She's got an RS 1000. She's actually looking at trading it in and getting herself a Triumph Trident 660. So that'll work. So that is basically my bike career. Right, let's roll through some of these messages. Howie's here. Evening, Howie. If you want to come and jump in, Howie, you can. What is my favourite bike? I don't have a favourite bike. I just tend to... I always said the GTR was going to be my favourite bike, my forever bike, until the Triumph, the Explorer came along, and I chop and change all the time. It's whatever's going at the current time, but I do like my Explorer. I've banged loads of money into that bike at the moment. John said Z1300, still looking good. The Z13s are brilliant, brilliant stuff. Hi, Rev. Is removing the pillion foot pegs, foot pedals an MOT fail? Yes, it is. If you have a pillion seat on the bike, it must have pillion pegs. So if you haven't got pillion, if you've taken the pillion pegs off, what you need to do is put either a seat hump over the pillion so no pillion can sit on it. What one guy did was put a cardboard box on the back seat and wrap the back seat in gaffer tape. You must make it unable for a pillion person to sit on the back seat. So put a box on it, wrap it in tape so no one can sit on it. You can get around it that way. But for the MOT, stick a set of pegs on it. If it's got pillion seat, it must have pillion pegs. It is an MOT fail otherwise. Andy's just said, last episode about tours out, I was only talking to me about a French dude when I was 13. Brilliant. Look forward. Oh, sorry, Stu. He's got the Tiger Sport 1050. He's got the bigger one. All right. Sorry, Stu. It's Ali that's got the 800. That's it. It's Alison that's got the Redlocks that's got the 800. So, yeah, Stu's got the Tiger Sport. Brilliant bike. You can't get better than a Tiger. And hopefully before the end of the year, I'm going up to Scotland. I will get a shot of me going up to Scotland on my Tiger. We're going further out now. So we've done Loomies. We're doing Rikers in a couple of weeks. We're going to go up to Cambridgeshire. We're getting out. I'm getting out a lot further. We did the charity run last week. That was a hard ride because it was 30 miles, 27 speed bumps that we couldn't go round. We had to go over the bloody top of them. So Kath ended up with a bad back, sitting on the back of the bike. But we had good fun. Can't be said I'll never achieve that. Everything is achievable. There is no such word as can't. It's only how much this you can put into doing that. Slow ride. If you remove the picture, thanks, mate. Yeah, exactly that. Favourite. Oh, God, I remember the old Sundaps. Yay. My name is Bree, but this is my dad's account. That's all right. No worries, mate. You're welcome along to the stream anytime. John said, reminds me of a song, if you don't know me. Oh, brilliant. Anyway, Sundap Bella. Ah, there we go. I'd love that if I can remember, but I live in Illinois. It's never bit, mate. Believe it or not, if you live in Illinois, we are coming out to, oh God, what is it? I think it's North Dakota next year. We are coming out for Sturgis, and there's loads of us going out, and we're going to meet up with Military Biker. I have said to Hells on Two Wheels. I've followed Drew ever since day one when he was Hells on Two Wheels. It's now obviously Rolling Throttle with him, Crystal, and his lovely lad. But I have said I will get out to Sturgis next year. I'm coming out. I am going to meet up with all the clan. It's going to be a once-in-a-lifetime bucket list, and it's going to be a really good meet down at Sturgis. So never know. We will get out there, and I'm looking to go further afield. 3, anyone can ride if you have balance. Start on a scooter. Really easy. Yeah, I live in Belleville. There we go. You never know. Live in Virginia. I still think I'm going to meet man when I go over there in the next week. I will get to catch up with everybody. I haven't caught up with Lily, and Lily's in the UK, so I will get to catch up with everybody before it go. You know, before I get too old and can't ride. Richie's here. GTR Travels. Right. Excuse me. On to what has happened this week. So I have had a really shit week, and I have permission to talk about it. I have spoke to my mum about it. So Tuesday morning, I get a phone call. No, actually, yeah, it was Tuesday morning. I get a phone call from my brother. And I don't speak to my brother very often, but he said to me, he said, obviously, if you didn't know, your mum's partner's died. Oh, crap. Now, my mum's partner, she's known him since 17. He was her first boyfriend. So they've obviously boyfriend, girlfriend at 17, lost contact. My mum got married and obviously had me, blah, blah, blah. Went through the years. And then obviously my stepdad, Peter, she met Peter, stepdad, great biker, loved his sidecars. But obviously, because I've worked for Phil, Dave, who died, knows Phil. And Dave said to me, you need to come work for me, be my MOT tester. I've been very loyal to Phil. No one is going to move me from Eclipse to another garage. Unfortunately, he passed away over the weekend, Monday or whatever. My mum messaged me, doesn't want to meet anybody. Mum's doing her own thing at the moment. So I have been messaging my mum. I did pop in and check she was all right and everything was okay. But my mum is literally bereft. She just wants him. And obviously bits and pieces going on in the background. I've been popping in and messaging her every morning. Do you need anything? But my brother's there as well. So she's got the family around her. So we move on. Today, and if you've been watching, thanks everybody. Yeah, I'm not going to put the comments up, but yeah, thanks everybody for the support. I'm just dealing with it. But obviously, there's stuff to come on the funeral, the arrangements and everything. Today, I finally got the ZZR 1100 running. So if you've been following the shorts, I've been cleaning all the carbs. We had it sat on the ramp for 20 minutes. It was running up fine. It revved fine. We shut it down. We wheeled it out. We put it at the front of the MOT bay. Phil's gone in. He started the bike up. It ran for another 5 minutes, revving it. Put it in the MOT bay. Fired it up. I did the MOT on it. The only thing that we found was obviously because it's been stood, the front brake and the back brake were binding. And I said to Phil, I'll just run it down the road, whack the brakes on half a dozen times. It's going to loosen up the calipers. We've cleaned all the calipers. We'll do that. So I stick my Nox armor on. I stick my helmet on. I literally went out of the garage. And if you know my ride route, so top of the garage, turn left to the roundabout, turn left. I go down the hill to Tesco's. We get to Tesco's. I get to the double roundabout to whack it down the dual carriageway and give it a damn good blasting. And as I'm sat at the roundabout, it went and died. It did not want to fire. Fuel starvation. I'm thinking, oh, come on, please. Come on. I'm sat on a 2-lane roundabout. I've got cars behind me beeping, and the bloke went, put your hazard lights on. If I put the hazards on, I'm going to drain the battery, you twat. I can't start the bloody bike. And I'm turning it over. I sat there for 10 minutes trying to start it. Meanwhile, I'm getting abuse from motorists that can't get round me. Some bloke went, oh, why don't you move the fucking bike? You can't park there. To a mouthful of verbal from me. By that time, I'm cooking in my Nox armor because I'm stood still. I've still got my crash helmet on. Helmet comes off, jacket comes off, throws it over the screen. I pushed it 50 yards round the corner and into the bus stop. By then, I am a sweaty, heaving mess. Phone Phil from the garage. Where are you? I'm at the bus stop. The bike has died and the brakes are sticking on. Oh, crap. I can't get the trailer out on one of them OT. Can you push it under the little tunnel? It's a 200-yard push. Yeah, brilliant. So I managed to grab hold of some bloke. We bumped it up the curb. I'm on the path. It's taken me 45 minutes to push this bike with seized brakes to the tunnel, under the tunnel, to the bottom of the road at Tavistock Street, where our garage is. Cheers, John. Much appreciated, mate. Phones Phil from the garage. Phil, I've got to the bottom of the tunnel. Right, I'll come down in the Land Rover. What are we going to do? I'm going to stick a strap round the front yoke and I'll pull you. So here's me. He's in the Land Rover. I'm behind on a tow strap, walking the bike up the road, get back. And I'm a sweaty, horrible mess. Shirt comes off into my second shirt. Still sweating like a pig. We get it on the ramp to find out the fuel pump's not working. So it's either pop the fuse or the fuel pump is so full of all the old crap, even though we've blown it out with an airline and chucked brake cleaner down it and pushed it through. It's dead. So it's in for me 6 o'clock in the morning. I am back in the garage to get the tank off, get into the fuel pump. You ever tried pushing a ZZR 1100? They are a heavy bike, especially when it. So my legs are gone, my back's gone, my arm muscles. It feels like I've had a 4-hour workout in the local gym. And Phil went, well, at least it's pumped your muscles up. Thanks, Phil. But we will get it running again. And I am going to put the video up where it dies. I've even got the video of me swearing at traffic. I'm going to put it up. So it was hilarious. So yeah. But I'm back home and I just ache. So I should probably end up going to bed early tonight, but it's only 20 past 8. I've got another 40 minutes. John, much appreciated. Steve, love those full face helmets. Always wonderful. I'll tell you what, mine's downstairs at the moment because I've got so much footage there. Blake, anyone ever staying with me on the beach in Norfolk, Virginia? It's gonna be, I might just do that, mate. I might just come out. Exeter rider, yeah. Nobody realised how much you give the community. Thank you. Firstly, I respect the fact you watch the second, honestly, Exeter is probably one of the nicest guys that you will meet. I actually I did the Lex Moto Day, and it's the first time I've ever met Steve. And I said to him, "I'm at this hotel. Meet you in the local. I'll meet you in the restaurant. I'm going to grab some food." Comes in. I bought Steve a pint. We sat there and we're talking. Went off. I got a second pint. He went, I only have one pint. I ended up drinking my pint. I was slightly hammered for the following morning, but Steve is a lovely, lovely guy. And I can't wait to meet him again. So we will come down and we'll do a Devon trip or an Exeter trip. I'm actually coming down to Lexmotor, I think October, November. I have said to Paris from Lexmotor, I'm going to come down, bring the Tiger down, probably stay over the weekend. So I'll probably come down to Lexmotor on the Friday, hang around Friday night, might go out for a beer if anyone's local, and then ride back on the Saturday. So I will come down that way. And I might get a chance to catch up with Howie as well. So, but Steve, Howie, everybody on this channel tonight are really, really lovely people. Apart from this guy. He's like, oh my God, he is hilarious. He's the funniest guy. If you meet Richard from GTR Travels, I'll tell you what, by the time you finish talking to him, your ribs are absolutely aching. Richard is such a hilarious, great guy. But as I say, everybody on this stream is absolutely nuts. We're all bikers. We're all absolutely nuts. If you haven't seen how clean Andy's GSA tractor looks now, it's had its ceramics on. I'll tell you, that bike is absolutely to die for. Let's roll through some of these. I like the helmet behind you. Can you come? Oh, that is my old LS2. That one got lobbed down the road when I came off my ZSB, but that's my old one. Yeah, he bought me 2 beers. Bike looks excellent. Yes, it does. Rally Raccoon. Don't have spoken about new riders be gaining knowledge on the roads first to be second nature and forward in the bigger bikes. It would be a good one for a video. I do go and watch some of my test rides because I waffle on about all this stuff all the time. John, I'll catch the rest on the flip side. Aranis is coming to mind. John, I'll catch up with you this year, mate. I will come up to Scotland and I will catch up with you, Zed, Angus Whisperer, and all the other guys that are up there. Simon Brackett, I could beat up them for a bit. Yes, we could. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get Devon and Somerset in this year. I do boxing. I'm getting a dirt bike for Christmas. Brilliant one. Good plan, Simon. Plenty of good eggs down here. Yeah, there is. There's some really nice guys. Watching your videos, I'm currently running Sim. Oh, the old Sim 14. They're brilliant bikes. Mod 1, Mod 2, go full manual piece. 4K, no issues. I serve it. I would say get in and do your oil changes every 6 months on them Sims. They do crud the oil very quick, and then you get the running issues. Exeter, am I going to ABR next year? Yes, I've booked the full 4 days, not just the weekend. So, yes, I will be doing ABR next year, Wildbad, and I will be doing a couple of the Motor Rev tours as well. So, I'm going to get out a little bit more next year. I'm going to ease back a little bit, but get out on the bike a little bit more. So, hi, Stu, hi, Steve, hi, Lily, hi, Andy, hi, John, hi, Slow. Definitely Exeter ride, the best roads down here. There are. Someone said to me, you want to do, oh God, what was it called? Someone said something about Dawlish. He said, you want to go and do the roads down at Dawlish? And I went, I have no idea where that is. He said, but there's some great coves and there's like Dawlish. Get down there and there's some great country lanes that you can go up and down. Said, I've read Bomb. Any advice in keeping the baby makers away from it? I'll tell you what. Oh my God, where did we go? Oh, I'm flipping out. Oh, that was it. We did Oakley last night. We didn't get much video. We just went out. We shut the cameras off. We had a social ride, but Christ, it was windy. We're sitting on the top, and I'm like, whoa! The wind was literally, because you're sat high up on your Tiger, it batters the crap out of you. We got to Oakley thinking, oh, it's going to be busy tonight. It's overcast, but it's just a bit windy. We had 5 bikes there, including me. So 4 other bikers and me. Everybody turned up in their car. And I went, you should have brought your car, RB. I said, I was thinking about it, but I thought, no, we'll risk it on the bike. Bad choice. We should have brought the car. It was even worse on the way home. It was gusting sort of 60 mile an hour. We were getting battered to hell, but the bike held there. But it was hard work getting backwards and forwards. Howie, I'm at the ABR in my new tent. Oh, that would be good. What would you recommend once I do my mod 1, mod 2 for a bike? 350 is your choice. I would say go 400. Something like a Ninja 400, or have a look around 400, 500 cc's. But if you want to go a little bit bigger, Z650, Trident. But obviously, sit on a bike, try it for size. But 400 to 600 cc's, anything off the mod 1. Don't do like I did. I had years of biking, so I went straight to sort of the biggest bike that you can find. But find what is comfortable for you. If you think it's going to be too powerful, look for something a little bit smaller. No crap, no Devon Exmoor. We definitely need to organise a southern ride. Have you been to Belleville before? No, I haven't. The only time I went to the States, oh Christ, and I'm talking, Christ, when was it? About 87, 88, when Wham had just come out. So I used to be a DJ. Our agent got us a tour of America. We had a 3-month tour of America. There was 5 English DJs, flew out on a plane. And all we took was our record boxes. We get to the airport. We've hired this van and we flew into JFK. And we're driving around with mates reading this. It was old-fashioned maps back then. I'm driving the like they call it a minivan out there. And we're going down, and I'm looking at burnt-out cars on the side of the road, and there's loads of dark-skinned people everywhere. And I'm thinking, shit, where are we? This looks like Milton Keynes. We spotted a police car, so I flashed the lights and beat the Uber, and the guy's come up. He's got his hand on his gun. I'm thinking, Jesus Christ. We're lost, buddy. We're trying to get to the interstate to go down to find the local hotel. Are you English? Yeah. All right. Follow my cruiser. Right, what's that? The car. Follow my cruiser. All right. So we followed the car, and he gets us to the interstate. He puts the lights on and signals us to pull over. Go down this interstate, 2 junctions off. There's your hotel. Do you realise where you were, buddy? And I went, no. He said, you were downtown. No white people go downtown after 2 o'clock. It's 3:30 in the morning, and we're downtown in this minivan. I'm like, oh crap. But we had a nice little tour of New York, and then we obviously went all the way down, ended up at Miami, and we did the Miami Disco Fest, which David Guetta now does. But it was good, English DJs, and no one had ever heard of like Wham and Bananarama, and we're playing all this English music, and they're like, this is good shit. So yeah, I gave all the DJing crap up about 20 years ago, but yeah, I still do a little bit. I still sort of play a bit of music here and there. I feel ashamed to be on a CBT on an auto sometimes, probably because I can't do the manual. Do you know what? A bike is a bike. We have a lot of our customers. Andy GSA Tractors missus, she's got a 125 automatic. She loves it. She's always been on an automatic twist and go. Does it make her any less of a biker? Absolutely not. As long as you've got 2 wheels, you're out enjoying the freedom, you're getting some wind therapy. It doesn't make the slightest bit of difference to what you do. Lily's just suggested there was 2 of them at the charity ride, the Triumph 400. They're bloody nice bikes, I tell you. But yeah, definitely Triumph 400 is a nice little starter bike. And the woman that owned it, she went, oh, I did look at the Trident, but this is lighter. It's easier to handle. It's got the power there should I need it. But you don't need a lot of power. A 400 will get you to 70 mile an hour pretty darn quick. But the Triumph 400 is really, really light. Kath sat on it and tried it out, and she likes the Trident because obviously her RS, she's got the bloody great big RS 3000. So she just wants something a little bit easier to throw around the corners. You're obviously getting older. Get a bike that pulls your wrists out of sockets. Get a GTR. 400cc is a wicked bloody great, especially Japanese import. Yeah. We should make plans for 2025. A naked ride out through Wales, Super Sausage Ride with a sausage. Do you know what? I haven't done Super Sausage now for 4 weeks since the boycott, and I don't plan to go back after all the issues that have been there. I might pop in once in a blue moon, but it'll be for a cup of coffee. I like riding out further, and Super Sausage got boring in the end, so I like riding out a little bit further, doing a different bike cat. Send an image I don't want. Oh, bless. All right, let's roll through some of these. I'd love to meet any bikers. There's loads out there. Just go and introduce yourself. Here we go. Little Rev flapping around a tiger. Are Scottish people not welcome in New York? Yeah, of course you are. Yeah. Come on out, Zed. If you can come out to us, mate. Yeah, I'd love to get Zed out and do Sturgis with him. Where is Jamie tonight? I did message Jamie and said like live streams up if you want to come and jump in. Steve Cleveland, what dirt bike would you recommend? I would start on a KX125 or CR250 or the KX250. There are loads of 250 dirt. Start on a 125 or a 250 dirt bike. You'll have fun. The CRF 250s, mate. Great little dirt bikes. If I stick to auto, mod one do never do man. Decent auto motorbike. I tell you what. Can I get adventure bikers from? You can get a lot of bikes that are actually what's called DCT. So you've got the Honda NC750, you've got the Africa Twin that's DCT. There are loads of automatic bikes out there. Yeah, go for something that's DCT. It's classed as an automatic. Are you making Scotland again 2024? I'll answer that one in a second, Rich. There we go. No, mate. Spain, Picos for a week. No plans for Scotland this year. GTR starting an Africa 1100. Get yourself a DCT version. Right. What happened at the Super Sausage? Right. So here we go. Boo Rider that comes in, Barry Darby, Shelley, who's on Instagram, Daytona Girl 675. You've got Andy, which is Slow Boy Andy. Basically, we've got this big pack of bikers called the Slow Boys, who are all sports bikers, like to put the foot down, like to get the front wheel in the air. What's DCT? Dual clutch transmission, it stands for, but it's automatic, or you can paddle shift, go through the gears like an automatic. So 20 of the Slow Boys turned up at Super Sausage and parked up, ring, 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 revving their bikes and doing their thing. It's what the Slow Boys do. Like to show off. To be told, and obviously, how many of you are there? Oh, there's another 60 on their way. Within half an hour, the coppers had turned up in force, so they're sitting in every lay-by for about 3 miles. They're also parked outside Super Sausage with Matey Boy, coppers standing in the middle of the road. Slow Boys pulled in and they went, "You're not coming in here, move on." The only place for them to go then was obviously down the road to Gasoline Juice, and refused to let them into the Super Sausage. And I don't know, I'm speculating now, so I don't know whether Chris had phoned them or the coppers had just been told. But one of the regular riders that is always there, and he's the one that actually told Peaky he had a dirty bike. So the guy's got a GS 1250 Adventure, and he knows who it is. He keeps it absolutely spotless, and he only comes in at the weekend. And it's the red and white one. He went to pull into Super Sausage, and the copper's gone, "Where you going?" "Well, I'm going to Super Sausage, mate. I've been here every Sunday for the last 4 years. I'm bringing my bike in. You're not coming in." He went, "I bloody well am, and you're not stopping me. You can't stop me from going to a cafe, which is a public right of way." And the copper stood with his front wheel between his legs and went, "If you come forward, mate, and you knock into me, it's going to be assault, and I'm going to pull you off the bike and arrest you. Move on." So the copper got really shitty with him. He shouted across to Chris, basically Chris ignored him. And he ended up saying, basically, "I'm not coming in here anymore." He messaged me and said, "I've just been refused entry at Super Sausage." "Can't be. You're on the GS, mate." "No, Slow Boys have knackered it up for everybody. And they're not letting any bikers into Super Sausage." Well, the car park's empty. There's enough room for 60 bikes in there, but they're not letting anyone in. So he boycotted it. Now, off the back of that, they all ended up going to Gasoline Juice, which is about 60 of them. And obviously, you've got Gasoline Juice and Industry and Machine next door. They emptied the place of food and drink. They cleaned the place out. They ended up spending about 1,200 quid in there. So hence why everybody now goes to Gasoline Juice. as for us, we obviously did Loomies with Jamie. We're starting to go out a little bit further, so we're going to probably do Longitch Diner again. We'll probably end up going to Rikers, coming down a little bit further, and going out to Cambridge and doing some of the bike cafes in Cambridge. So basically, Super Sausage will not be getting my support now. I should be doing a lot further out. They've shot themselves in the foot, yeah. They could have had the slow boys in, and he could have just said up to gone up to them as they come in, boys, keep it down or you're not back. Go in. And he could have done that to every bike. Keep your front wheel down, keep your revs down. You can have a coffee, but if you play up, you're out of it and you're banned. And it's not just you, I'll ban the lot of you. He could have done that. But he just chose to do his thing. Stu's here. There we go. We've got Stu here as well with Mr.
Hey, mate.
Good audio. Yeah. So that was the story of Super Sausage. Basically, they shot themselves in the foot. And most of the regular bikers that go there, it boomed up on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. R1 Liz, the R6 girl, Maynard, Rhythmic Biker, Uncle Red, all now go to Gasoline Juice. They don't go to Super Sausage very often, but when they do, they get treated all right. But a lot of them now go to the posh Gasoline Juice. Me, I'm going further out. I like to get out and do a lot further out. And obviously, we found a lovely little Triumph garage, which is literally 1.5 miles from my house, which is Woburn Triumph and Emma's Cafe. But the food there, she cooks to order. It takes a bit of time to get food. But Emma's Cafe, she is lovely. The Triumph garage is always open normally on a Sunday. You can stick your head in the window and say hi to all the technicians. And you've got the Woburn Safari Park just round the corner. And someone actually messaged me, I can't believe you didn't take the bike round Woburn Safari Park. Yes, great. I'm going to take my bike with a pilly through the lion enclosure. Yeah, that's not happening. And not even doing the monkeys either. So, yeah.
A tiger through the lion enclosure.
Yeah. it wouldn't have gone down well. Yeah. Here comes the bike with like no head and just the body on the bike. It's like...
Mate, that'd have been worth the viewing.
It'd have been worth it for the views. But it was, believe it or not, because Kathy said to me, you can't park there. It says no parking or waiting. And I went, I'm going to park it. And literally, we just shot the video. And within 2 minutes of me turning the camera off, the Ranger had pulled up and went, you can't park there, mate. And I went, I'm just shooting a video for Woburn for YouTube. And he went, oh, all right, mate, crack on. He said, just don't be there for more than 2 minutes. And I went, yeah. He said, because the security have picked up that you're at the front of the gates. I was
mate,
like,
can I just pass on our condolences to your stepdad from all the community, mate?
Cheers, mate.
I've been watching all the comments coming in. Obviously, you don't want to put it on the live, and that's fair enough. I appreciate that, but we are all thinking about you, mate.
It's my mum I'm more worried about, because she had because we dealt this with Peter when Peter had the prostate cancer. We built that Vincent Egley for him, and then obviously she had to go through the biker's funeral and everything and all that, and obviously she had been sort of messaging Dave while Peter was ill, but it was her first boyfriend. And then she said to me after Peter had gone, 6 months after, would you mind if me and Dave hooked up? And I went, Mum, I said, you're in your bloody 60s. You can't hang around. Life's short. Do what you do. As long as you're happy, I'm happy. So she got with Dave. He ran the garage. But obviously, he'd been saying to Mum, I want Dave to come and do my MOTs. And I said, it's not going to ever happen, because I'm very loyal to Phil. Loyalty means more to me than the money. Yes, he offered me twice as much money. But I get the perks of the job being at Eclipse, so I get to do my motor vlogging, I get to do the customers' rides, I get to get all my bikes done and a little bit cheaper on the labour rate, and I MOT'd my Tiger today.
But Dave, can I say I still think you're worth more, mate?
Oh, that's what everyone keeps saying to me.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, I'm not. It's not no disrespect to Eclipse, because I wouldn't do that. That's not my style. It's just for what you do. Social media, you're driving a lot of traffic towards Eclipse. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
we've done 20 bikes this month, so we're selling bikes 10 a penny. I actually advised my Tiger today, front pads low and rear pads low.
Right.
Phil went, and he went out and looked. He went, "You've got 4 mil in the front and about 3 mil in the back." And I went, "They're low to me. They're getting changed."
Just with the weight of the bike, you're probably right.
Yeah. I said to him, I said, I'm not risking running out of pad and grinding on the disc. It don't take long for a little bit of pad to just go on, and then you're down to metal.
I had see when the PK came up with Jay. My rear pads, I lost one of my rear pads right at the end of the ride. I thought the pads were going to be okay for the run, and to all intents and purposes they were, because it was the last half hour. But when you put your foot in the back brake and the back brake just releases and you feel debris hitting your back leg, change the pads before you need to.
Yeah. Angela actually got a power bank this week, so you're very welcome, Angela. And she had some stickers off me. Gus did a little photo. He came in, he picked up his cardo. I've got to say thank you to Gus, because he came in. Hello, Richard.
I'll tell you doing, pal.
So yeah, Gus good. Gus popped in the garage and he's like, oh, he's done a little photo with him picking up the cardo. Met his lovely wife, and he said to me, he said, I've got your present. I went, don't need a present. You're quite welcome to have the cardo, mate. And he was like, oh, no, I've got you some biscuits. And I'm like, all right. So I put them under the counter. I thought, I'll have them biscuits in the week. Got me a bottle of wine. The roses came home. Mrs. B had the roses. But thank you very much, Gus. It was great to meet you. And then we're sitting in the garage on Wednesday dinner time, and Phil went, he's looked under the printer and he went, what's that box under there? And I went, I don't know. What is it? And he pulled it. I went, oh, that's my biscuits from Gus. And he went, oh, are they for anybody? I said, you can have a couple. All right. I went to get a cup of coffee. I'd come back. There was 4 biscuits left in the box. They'd eaten the It was hilarious.
Richard, how are you with the GTR? Are you back on the road in that, pal?
Nah, I'm fucking bored shitless, man.
Fuck.
I've got a nice GTR if you want to buy one.
Mate, you know, after having a second generation one, mate, I'm not going to have a first, am I?
Oh, this one's nice.
So is the insurance? Is the insurance holding out?
Yeah, I got paid out. Fuck mate, you guys know how many miles I put on that bike, yeah?
Yeah.
And the insurance actually paid me out £300 less than the value I originally bought the bike up for. But the majority of that went to the finance, so it left me with nothing, really.
That's one of the main bugbears about paying insurance.
Yeah.
See if you are involved in a non-fault accident, you should be placed back in exactly the same position before the accident happened, plus the injuries.
Yeah. Oh, I've got an injury. I've got an injury claim going for at the minute, but the thing is, the trouble I'm stuck in, because I've been left because of someone else's incompetence on the road. I've been left out of pocket, in the sense that my credit score's changed since. You know, and I'm unable to get credit. But there is a company. It's a guy called Mick. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. Bike Alone.
Right.
He's an old boy. It's a legitimate company, and he's offered me finance. He just needs proof of he needs a bank statement for this month, proof that I can pay back, and then his underwriter will sign it off, and I'm going to get a Triumph trophy. Guys, this place in Ruislip, this Honda garage, has held this bike for £100 deposit for 3 months. And I called them again today. I said, do you guys want another bit of deposit, a bit more towards the deposit? Because you guys have held this for quite some time. They've known the situation. They gone, look, it's in the back of the workshop. Don't worry, just give us a few days notice. When you're ready, just let us know, because it's going to take us a couple of days to get the bike ready for you. And then I think we're going to give you a full MOT. I think it's going to be under 6 months. So I've got a Triumph trophy coming.
But Richard, do you not think that, like how many bikers are in the community? Do you not think if every single one of us went to the government and actually protested about, like if you're involved in a non-fault accident, because 9 times out of 10 a biker is a car that's pulled out or so on and so forth.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that there are a certain percentage of bikers that do have accidents that was their fault.
Yeah.
Non-fault accidents, there's no way on God's earth that you should be out of pocket for 1 minute. You should be put back on the road at the earliest convenience of the insurance company, not yourself, and pay for any injuries.
The actual damage to the front of the bike, what's more demoralising about it all, about my claim was, or my case, was that the Saturday before, the incident was on the Tuesday. The Saturday before, I got my bike back after 3 days in Kawasaki, getting premium gear, right? £790 worth of new springs, seals, new headlamps. Oh, fuck me! There's so much being done. Brake discs, the new brake discs. Didn't even get a chance to fucking use them. Do you know what I mean? And all of that down the drain, like that. And the thing is, I was looking at, all the lads at work were saying about getting gap insurance. Like, it would have only given me an extra 300 quid.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make any difference.
But see, the thing about it, well, Richard, what you have to understand is like, see, when the insurance company actually, and what I would say is the insurance company gambles and allows you to take a policy, how much are they prepared to pay on a payout for any individual claim? That's one thing that they never ever disclose.
Yeah, no, the thing is, there's a catch here, isn't there? Because I actually insured the bike for £8,000.
Yeah.
The reason being is because it's on finance. It covered the cost of the finance.
Of course.
Mind you, I had 24 years no claims prior to that incident, right? They only paid me £6,300 for the bike.
Yeah.
So what have I paid extra each month for?
Exactly.
Because if I'd have insured the bike for £6,300 or 6,600, whatever, it wouldn't have cost me as much as I paid each month. So and then I thought to myself, I might as well just insure my next bike. If I spend 10 grand on a bike, I'll just insure it for £1,000 because I'm going to get market value. But they won't give you market value; they'll give you £1,000. So they got you by the balls on every angle, and I think there needs to be huge reform in the insurance. They're scamming us.
Insurance assessors as well. I bet when the assurance assessors that come out to view your bike, I bet the first thing they check was the tread test of your tyres.
Fourth dimension, my bike went to. Never allow your motorbike to go to that institution because you will never see it again.
Yeah.
And everyone at work has told me that. Yeah. And it happened to me as well.
My God.
Because they're a breaker's yard. They said on 2 occasions the assessor has been. We have to wait for the independent assessor.
Yeah.
Then I got a month later the assessor had been. Then I got no, we're still waiting for the assessor. You told me he's been, so we're waiting for a report. No, he didn't come. He's coming on the 27th. Then on the following month, I've rung up to go, right, what's the report? No, we're still waiting for him to come. They said, here you go, this is the assessment the insurance have given you. £2,010.46 to repair my bike. And they hadn't even been. Yeah. And I know why. I know why they haven't been. It's because my bike was with Fourth Dimension for 110 days.
Like
£175 a day storage fees plus VAT. So and the courtesy bike, was £280 a day plus VAT. So even the back box, money on it. Mate, the back box was £30 a day plus VAT. Yeah. My bike was just shy of 100 grand.
Yeah.
And they wanted me to sign a hire purchase agreement deals. I ain't putting my fucking name to that, mate. No. I refused point blank. I ain't doing it. But we can't claim the money back. I go, well, that's your loss, not mine.
We had it. If you know VJ Biker that comes in the side chat, Vincent. Now he's got Sinister Rain now. Mrs. is in. Hello, Mrs. That's Mrs. B. Hello, Rev. You sexy B. Vincent had an LXR before the Sinister Rain. Now he got took out sideways. Audi swept him out on the front wheel. So the bike got pulled back to the garage. The insurance assessors have come out, and the guys looked round the bike and gone, "Oh, well, it's only front end side damage, isn't it? So you can replace the panels." And I went, "You're meant to be an assurance assessor." And he went, "Yeah." And I went, "Look at the rake on the front end." And he's looked down the bike and he went, "Yeah." He said, "There's nothing wrong with that. That's rideable." He said, "All we do is just replace the panels." I said, "Have you not noticed the rake between the front wheel and the back wheel?" "Oh, yeah, but we can change the forks." And I went, "It's nothing to do with the forks. Look at the fucking headstock." And he went, "Yeah." And the guys looked at it. He went, "I don't see anything there." And I went, "You're meant to be an assurance assessor and you don't know about motorcycle."
That's actually quite dangerous. That's quite dangerous. Like my end,
you could see that the headstock, it was bent at the headstock. And I went,
"My headstock
damage." And he went, "Oh, I see it now." And I went, "Yeah, but if you hadn't, you'd have just done panel damage and put him back on the road."
Which then his life goes. Like, the thing is, my front end hadn't bent fully. I could still. I rode the bike onto the ramp of the recovery truck and that, and onto my path, and then back into fourth dimensions van when it turned up, and it's but we could see the just have upside down forks. The silver bits had bent slightly, and they said, when I spoke to Kawasaki, they said that for us to repair this, get the bits which are going to be genuine and new, and put that in, like mount it to the bike. The labour costs alone with the parts £4,500. But they gave me £6,300, so they'd done themselves out of money. But the insurance did, but the breakers yard, fourth dimension, made a fucking killing on a bike with a perfectly good engine. I've still got a tracker in it. It's still there. Do you know what I mean? It ain't got anywhere else. They're breaking the fuck out of it.
They'll break it to hell,
It's just demoralising
as well with cars.
Yeah,
it's like that's a big business.
The thing is, it's the extortion rate that they charge for courtesy bikes, and it ain't nothing courtesy, because at them rates, when them storing my bike and giving me a so-called courtesy bike for 110 days, and in the end I had no choice but to use my own fully comprehensive insurance to get it across the line. That's what's sick about it all.
They make it
that cost goes on to all of us.
It's the same. It's like the same with breakdown cover as well. They say, right, so you can get breakdown cover and you can get onward travel, and then it used to be RAC was 4 days onward travel. Now what RAC do is they tell you, phone us at the end of the day and tell us if you need to hire a car for the next day and the next day. And then the insurance companies are the same. They're constantly badgering you because they might make a hire car available for 60 days, but there's no way on God's earth that they want you to have that car for 60 days or bike.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the third party, the thing is, people go, I'll get a free bike because it ain't my fault. You know, it isn't the case. Do your best not to get a courtesy bike, because all you're doing is inflating our own insurances.
Yeah,
I didn't realise this until in the end. And then fourth dimension, where at the end, because I get this 24-year no claims.
Yeah.
And in the space of 3 months, I had an incident on the courtesy bike.
Yeah.
Where it put a hole in my foot, basically. A car done a U-turn into me. And this is another thing people on bikes need to start talking about. 20 mile an hour on a motorbike is no good. It's dangerous. Because what happened to me, both at times at low speed. The first one in my bike, he pulled out in front and I've gone straight into him. This one, I went to filter and accelerate up to 20. I weren't even halfway. And the car I was going past, I was literally side by side with him, and I see his wheels do this. Yeah. And I knew what was coming, and I was lucky no one was coming the other way. And I've gone to steer out the way, but me steering right lent me left because I weren't at speed. And I've literally, my foot's gone straight into his wheel. It actually snapped his axle on his Volvo estate. That's the impact. And then the peg my foot went down
Yeah.
and pulled back and snapped the peg off of an African twin.
Have you ever seen any of the videos from 44 Teeth when Al Fagan's talking about talking to the insurance guys?
Yeah. It's a scam, mate. I'm so glad I watched that because it's like we all need to be talking about this because
of course we do.
This charging of courtesy bikes and that is it all goes on our insurance at the end of the day. You wonder why your insurance don't go down.
Yeah.
It keeps going up. And it's because of these £100,000 every time.
Richard,
it's silly,
I'm thinking, see, insurance brokers is like shooting fish in a barrel. Do you know what I mean?
100%. And they're all in on it,
We're all in the barrel swimming about, and they're just like, the cheapest
sorry
one
for the rank, guys.
catches the fish.
Do
you know what I mean? It's like it's only when you're unfortunate enough to be in an accident that you're snared in their trap, and there's only one person coming out of it making any money, and it ain't us.
No, the thing is, there's a lot of things to talk about because you think pay per mile, there goes touring, there goes UK touring. If that happens, we are big time.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Andy's Pecos tour ended up costing him like $5,000.
I saw
Andy don't ride a bike, he just sits it in his garage, it's always clean.
I saw a thing on Facebook last week talking about one of the councils down in England are trying to ban ride outs of 3 bikers or more.
Oh, yeah. That is, saying they just destroy the country's going to pot. I think personally, because if this happens, we are. That London mayor is talking about. There's an underpass off the A13. It's an artery into London, the Limehouse link. I know he's charging for the Silvertown tunnels and the Rother Hive.
Yeah.
But if he wants to do the Limehouse link as well, which has been free since before I was born, and if he charges that, but I'm screwed. It's going to cost me every day to go to work. Fuel's enough. Do you know what I mean?
It's like I watched a World War II veteran talking about people that are camping in Park Lane now outside hotels.
Yeah. I love it.
And he turned around and he said, if I camped in Park Lane, I would get moved immediately.
Yeah.
How are they not?
But I love the fact that all these campers are camping, not in Dagenham, not in the rough parts of London, right in the heart of the wealthiest people. Let them suffer, mate, because they don't do fuck all for us. I'm sorry, they don't. They deserve everything they get. All the like my job as an alarm response in Mayfair, where that campsite is, has gone non-stop. It's non-stop when we're at work. We're turning up, just boarding up, getting the boarding up guys in. Because it has gone mental.
Yeah.
And these guys haven't even got idea of camping there. So they've got nothing to lose. They get a night in the nick, it's three meals a day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Rev, I don't want to hijack your Rev.
That's all right.
It's like we're talking about how the United Kingdom defended against the Blitz. Well, how can we not put up the same defences against people coming over inflatable dinghies?
It's unreal, isn't it? It really is an unbelievable situation to be in.
It's like, are they telling us that British spirit doesn't? We're an island. Can we not guard our own? Can we not defend our own borders? Can we not protect our own people?
Yeah.
No.
Steve just said, what bikes do you guys have? So I've got a Tiger 1215 Explorer.
Tiger Sport 1050 Triumph.
And I've got a BMX. A BMX 2-leg. 2cc.
He's got mag wheels though, so he's totally cracked.
Gus has got an R1200 Sport. Talking alarm responses, obviously, I spoke to Andy beginning of the week. I'm looking at getting tracker put on the Explorer now. I'm looking to bring it home soon. I looked at the data tool and the guy went, "Oh yeah, data tool is what Triumph recommend." I spoke to Andy and he said the amount of data tools that Darren's put on bikes that have packed up, What you want to do is get the Bike Track S7, which is what Andy's got on the GS8. It's 100 quid more. It goes on, and he's fitting it on Tuesday. But what you can do is set like a geo zone around the garage. So if I move it from the garage to the end of the yard, it don't go off. As soon as it goes out, it will.
How much does that cost?
400 quid installed.
Mate, do you know?
Wow.
Do you know how much an Apple AirTag costs?
Yeah, I know.
Mate, I'm telling you,
bury it somewhere on the bike.
Yeah,
them bad boys there.
Yep.
I'm on a Samsung. That was
it's the same thing.
$17.99 the other day. $17.99 each. I bought two because they're going to go on the inside. Like,
Exactly.
it's just time. That's all it's giving you is a little bit more time to get your bike back. That's all it is.
There's more people. There's more people with their bike recovered with an Apple AirTag or some sort of wireless AirTag device than any tracker. Yeah. And you just have to look at the statistics, mate. Honestly, and I wouldn't even advertise it. I wouldn't spend $400
no.
any tracking device.
What's a tag? No, it's true.
Yeah.
You get that. You get multiple of them in your bike. It just slows them down because all it takes is one to be missed.
Richard,
and you get your bike back.
People actually contact the police, and there's been guys wheeling their bike into a container. And they've still caught them before the bikes went offshore. They've caught them because the air tags will give them a direct.
One of the lads at work, he is driving up through Kensington, and these two hooded guys. Fucking, I don't know what went through his mind, but I'd have probably done the same. Two balaclava guys were angle grinder trying to nick a jigsaw on Kensington High Street, right next to SO19's motorbike unit, the police station, and he rode the work bike straight through them and saved the bike, saved that guy's bike, rit our bike off. But yeah, he's got he had a nice little letter from the Metropolitan Police. They didn't push charges on him, but one of them, it broke one of the guy's legs, and they caught him, and nicked him. I'd do the same. I think it's fucking these
100%.
biker thieves are unreal, mate.
I hate it.
Yeah,
I absolutely hate it.
I love the fact the police are actually ramming them off the road now. Oh, I think that's so cool, man.
Yeah, totally.
So cool.
Totally.
You know, I just want to get it on camera and just make my channel explode.
Have you seen? Oh God, there's a great one. Oh God, I think it's one of the American videos. I can't remember if it's Moto Stars or whatever. But the guy, he's riding along. He's got an R1 and he's riding along and he's splitting traffic like they do in America. And he's not riding like a loon. But the guy in the Jeep comes up. He comes flying past him, and the biker's like, "Woo, steady," moves the lane, and then the Jeep cuts his lane. So the biker's like, "Ving, ving, 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 ving." Goes around the outside and he gives it like the what for. Next thing you know, this Jeep's following him, and you're thinking, all right, here we go, a bit of road rage going on. He gets to the next set of lights, and the guy in the Jeep pulls up, and he's like, biker reaches down. He's got a can of the marker paint that you use for lining, and he goes, sprays the guy with yellow marker paint.
Mate, honestly, the amount of times what being tailgated. Yeah, fuck me, mate. That stuff drives me, man. That's what I miss about my bike. You know, when you're in the fast lane, you've got someone doing 30 and a 60 in the fast lane, and just flicking them headlights on with them floodlights on, angled perfectly for wing mirrors, like the rear mirror. Everyone used to get out my way, and if they didn't, the high beams stay on until they do. I don't like undertaking, man. I don't like it.
Rev, have you ever seen a YouTuber called Apple Von Crumble?
Oh yeah.
Right, so he did a video called Road Rage. So basically, what it was there was a guy in a Volkswagen Golf right up his backside. So the way he filmed it was, the car was in his left-hand mirror, and then it went to his right, and it went to his left, and then he pulled up on his bike, and the car pulled up beside him, and they had a bit of back and forward. And the whole thing about the whole video was it ended up with the two of them in bed smoking cigarettes. It's a crack. Honestly, it's had over like 2 million views. It's like,
oh, Jesus Christ.
it's such a well staged video.
I'll tell you, it's gone on a bit of a sidetrack tonight, but it's really good talking about this sort of stuff and covering it. So yeah,
I think insurance should be talked about a lot more, because
Mate,
the
honestly,
more
it's
people
like-
are talking about it, things need to happen. You know.
You're 100% right, mate. It's like one of those forgotten things. It's like, how can an insurance company explain why your policy goes up 40% in a year, when even the rate of inflation is less than that? And they're trying to tell you that it's because of the cost of materials. No, it's not.
No, the thing is that you should,
what they're doing.
if you're paying for fully comprehensive, and this is saying for bikers, if you're a new biker, like on your CBT, listening in, this is something to be aware of, because I've just experienced the full force of being shafted, being fully comp. If you've got your scooter or your motorbike in the future on finance, the thing is, it ain't a personal loan to you, it's actually linked to your bike. So the moment you're in the event of a write-off, where if it's a no-fault write-off or your write-off, and you go for your insurance or theirs, when you get that lump sum back, you'll go, wow, you won't see it all. The finance will be paid first, you're left with whatever. And normally, like what's happened with me, the whatever you get left is not enough. And also keep an eye on your credit scoring if you want finance, because I tell you what, you get complacent while you got a bike, but the moment of the event you lose your bike. Like I've gained 2 CCJs, historic CCJs, which have just shot me in the foot. I didn't realise how impacted that is to someone.
But Richard, you can contest them, and you can provide evidence.
Well,
and
I didn't get a letter.
Experian or Equifax will investigate them on your behalf.
I've already. The thing is, it's always good to keep an eye on your credit score, which I am now doing. And keeping on top, because you don't know, as a biker, the risk of fatality, the risk of being hit off these days is so high. You know, you could bet, like, I had 24 years, no incidences. I had 2 in the space of 3 months. All inside 20 zones, so below 20 mile an hour, and it's quite concerning when them odds show up. And at the time when you haven't got the money saving, because everyone lives by their means these days. I'm one. When you've got everything you need, you don't need to worry. You just spend. But then when something like this happens, you don't realise until then. Fuck, what am I gonna do? You know, so and also insure your vehicle for the price of the vehicle, not above it. Because all you're doing is you're paying the director, that insurance company's bonus each year. You know, pay as little as you can and get as much as you can out of them. You know, that's
I would honestly say be honest as well with the insurance company. If you want to put a aftermarket exhaust, tell them. If you want to do this or that, tell them. Tell them absolutely everything, because see, if you don't, their own insurance underwriter is going to be looking for everything that you've done to the bike that you haven't disclosed, because that's their get out.
And the underwriter, here's something for you as well. The underwriter, Fourth Dimension. The underwriter's the insurer, isn't it? But Fourth Dimension, who dealt with the whole claim. But when he was coming up with the figure he's going to pay me for the bike, he didn't offer for me to buy the bike back, for one. But what they do, they go on a website which shows historic events on the internet, and they will find that advert for the bike, and they will go off of that price. So don't think they're stupid, because they're clever little bastards, man. They are really clever.
See, for every percent that they save the company, how much are they getting as a bonus?
Mate, it's disgusting. We're all in the wrong game, man. I think all bikers should get together and set this up, an insurance company. Now, I think the video I actually watched online was the guy was saying, I wonder how easy it is to set up my own insurance. I can't remember what his name was, but in the end, it turned out that it was so expensive that if he hit another car and there's a fatality, and he had to pay them off for the rest of their life, like the family members, it's just undoable, you know. But yeah, it's just a scam. Insurance in the UK, I don't know about around the world, but in the UK, is an absolute robbery. Taking every penny we've got. We will own nothing and be happy, I think the words were, wasn't it? From the World Economic Forum. We'll own nothing and be happy. No, thank you. I want to own a bike. And I want to ride it. And like people who only ride their vehicles once a year, pay per mile's great for them. But if for us who want a tour, that is going to absolutely destroy us. It'd be not worth owning anything. And this is the thing. I think they're really we keep electing dickheads, man.
But we need to fight it, right? So right. So like just say for example that I'm not even going to say parties because I don't want to affect Rev's live stream, but a political party A, B, and C, and that's your choice. There should be a political party D, which is none of the above. So if you vote that none of those parties are suitable to represent this country, every single political party in your country should be dissolved and they should have to reform. And that's a United Kingdom vote. If you are not happy with who's governing your country, you should be able to disband every party within your country by law.
But the thing is, you look at the London.
They did the what was it called? The census. And you could answer religion. What's your religion? Are you
Jedi?
Muslim? I put Jedi. And she said, you can't put Jedi. And I went, I can. And Jedi is now
a religion.
An official religion because so many people put Jedi.
One of the lads at work typed in, because it's on paper, isn't it? You do the census. He put a Hell's Angel. It's like, what?
I would love to have a smoke with the wife, but the wife isn't here. She's out playing disco bingo tonight. I'm on my own.
Rev, the thing about it is I'm dyslexic. I thought they meant Jedhead.
What was it Yoda said? Sleep in the wet spot, I will not.
Oh mate, the moment you said Yoda, I just had that vision of that kid from In-Betweeners.
Oh yeah.
Something he says. Oh, they're bringing that back. In-Betweeners, I can't wait.
Third movie coming out.
That was brilliant, man. Honestly.
See that Australian one when he's like sitting in the car like a flobber dobber dobber dub.
Us wanker. The thing is, I love shows like that because it doesn't matter who you are, you can relate.
Of course you can.
You know, you can look back and go, actually, we weren't him, but we're the bully, or I can relate to him, or like it's
everyone knows somebody like that.
Yeah.
And that's it, a pal. I said
this is brilliant, mate. Honestly. They need more British humour like that, like proper real to. And that's it. Someone put a meme up with briefcase wanker talking, and he had Rishi Sunak space there, and it sounded like him, and I was like, oh, it was cringy. Really did.
I'm embarrassed to discuss it. That's an idea.
Well, anyway. Next month I should have a Triumph Trophy SE.
Excellent, mate.
So,
welcome to the Triumph community.
Yes, mate. The thing is, everyone's getting adventure bikes, and it ain't me yet. I'm not ready for all that. That off-roading and all that.
I get the Tiger Sport. That's a hybrid.
Oh,
that's the best of both worlds, mate.
I'm still a tarmac person.
Well, so am I, but see the Tiger Sport handles just as good as my ZZR 1400 did.
Wow. I've got my heart set on it now. I've got my heart set on the Triumph Trophy, mate. It's like that that 25-litre tank with a 300-mile range. Holy shit!
Fantastic.
Yeah, yeah.
Fantastic.
I can literally ride to Yorkshire and home again on a tank.
Excellent.
That's like, to me, that's amazing. I can go see my old man on one tank of fuel.
Fantastic.
Well, it'll be like a 60-pound tank of fuel. But
well, can I just say one thing? I wish you many happy miles and safe miles on it, pal.
Yeah,
mate, well, I was watching. Who's the couple who have got who vlog on motorbikes? I was watching them earlier, and they did a trip through Scotland, and they rode down past Glencoe. There's a road off of Glencoe, which me and Matt rode past, but it's where they filmed Skyfall.
Oh, I know who you're
oh
talking
yeah,
Yeah, and I was watching them ride through that, and I was like, we were 30 seconds away from that.
Yeah.
And at the time, it was pissing down.
Yeah,
we got to Glencoe in all our bike gear, waterproofs, helmets, gloves, and just got off the bike and sat there.
Right at the bottom of Glencoe, there's a hotel, and when you park in the hotel car park, you can actually feed deer and stags, carrots.
Oh, mate!
In the car park.
That's not real.
And that's the road that takes you on to the Skyfall Road. And it's unbelievable. It's beautiful, mate. But Glencoe is the most poetic road that you could have.
Have you seen the
Sorry, good night, Andy.
What was it, Alcamoto? And he's outside the castle with where they did.
And Alcamoto is actually in Arica just now. He's probably away now, but he was up in Barra, and then he went to Ellendonnan Castle. He was in Arica last night, and he's probably on his way back down the road.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, he picked the perfect week, because see, today it was 23 degrees in Scotland.
Yeah, mate, it was meant to be really warm up there today, wasn't it?
That was amazing. Absolutely fantastic.
It's been warm here as well, like, but muggy. Just muggy. Like when we went to
Richard, it was Friday here.
I thought it was Wednesday.
Just when you said muggy, I was like, it's Friday.
But you know, when me and Matt went from Malay over to the Isle of Skye on that ferry, it was 28 degrees, mate. Like it was like Ibiza. Yeah, you know, it's like
and you know what it's like. You know what it's like up at Malay. It's like it looks like the Mediterranean with the water,
mate. It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
like
fantastic.
What I might do, because like I've just uploaded all the footage, more or less, what we got on the drone, because we lost so much footage with a corrupt SD card, like 4 days in all worth of footage gone.
Yeah.
But everything I had from the Isle of Skye, I uploaded it. If anyone wanted to check that out, but I'm gonna next year. I'm gonna go back to Scotland, because I want to get there's so much for drones. Do you know what I mean? Like you can get so many, like the waterfalls. There's one waterfall where you go off on a ledge, and it's there to the right of you. What falls down on the Isle of Skye, and it's just like. But on the day it was drizzling, and I weren't risking the drone because there's no way to get down there.
There's actually a side of a hill in Skye as well, and they talk about the side of a hill, and it's called threading the eye of the needle.
Is that the waterfall?
Like, there's a hole. There's a hole in the side of the mountain, and you have to walk through it.
Whoa!
And it's called threading the eye of the. I think it's in the Coolins. I think that's the hills.
That's a bit like what's that place where me and Matt went to in the Peak District? There's like a hole in the side of this mountain, and you walk it. It's a cave, and mate, I got in it, and my heart was going. I was thinking, if this slips, they won't know I was here.
See if you come up, you need to give me a shout. Give me a shout,
mate. When I've got everything ready, I will be calling you, and we'll be going out for a blast. Because I tell you what, I want to do the Highlands, more of the Highlands as well. Because it was mind busting.
Let me know when, and I'll see if I can get time.
Yeah. We'll work it out, because to be honest, I don't want to go peak summer because I don't like them midges. They can fuck off.
I'll tell you what,
horrendous.
You think midges are mosquitoes? Simon Brackett will tell you. when we did Wild Bad, and I'm like, I'm going down the bottom. I'm going to park by the lake because I can see the ducks and I can see.
No.
We parked by the lake. The first night was Thursday. I thought, laid in my tent, and I'm like, I'm lovely and cut. Crap, I've had too many beers. I need a pee. And I picked my phone up. It's 2:30 in the morning, and I thought, right, I'm going to get up and I potted down the lake in my pants, and I'm stood at the end of the lake having a pee. Next thing I know, it's like
there's an alligator.
It was like, and I thought, I put my torch on, and it was literally like
a swarm, isn't it?
Yeah. I was like, they followed me into the bloody tent, though.
But I'll tell you what, there's one thing me and Matt took. We took 2 little fans, literally, these bad boys. And they saved us. Because when we were trying to cook on, we get out most of the time, but we had them angled across each other, so only on low, but it was enough to keep the mozzies away and the midgets. Like, it was just amazing. I think that's what all campsites.
If I'm camping, that's all I need.
Bikes, beers, brews, yeah.
Bikes, beers, and brews, bottle opener.
The beer. Just numbness keeps the midges away.
Here's a fun. I've got to share this up. I'm just gonna whack this up. Someone phoned up and said he messaged me on my WhatsApp, and I shared it on the Motovloggers
Glasses, man.
And someone said to me, he said, "Oh, how much to do a front tire on a bike? Depends what tire it is. Have you got the tire size? No, I don't know. Can you give me a rough price?" And I'm like, "Oh, here we go." So I shared him this. This is hilarious. I put this on my Facebook. Is this still for sale with me yet? Can I have a rough price? There we go. There's a rough price.
Not today. Nah, fine maybe, but not today. Should just move in. She ain't got an house now, did she get kicked out of her house?
Oh, mate.
I didn't see any at Wild Bad. You obviously went by the lake where me and Simon went. I'll tell you what, that was great.
How was it?
It was good because we got up in the morning, and I'd got me. I went to Jetboy. It was an OEX Tacoma, but it's like first thing, pop it on, 2 minutes, brew up, have a coffee. And Simon's like up, and I went, "Do you want some hot water?" And he went, "Why is that?" I said, "I've got like 1.5 litre of hot water here, mate. Yeah, have a coffee."
Shower.
Yeah, they're just like me. Yeah, they did.
I'll tell you what, I miss biking, man. Miss it.
Rev, what was the one thing about Wild Bad that you would change?
Oh God, the Saturday night band. Oh Jesus Christ, they were rough.
What about the internet access?
Oh, the internet was all right. ABR was worse. You couldn't get any phone signal at ABR. Wild Bad was all right, but it took you about 30-40 seconds for it to find a connection and get out. Right. The thing was, I'd got my I carry a little like Wi-Fi booster with a SIM card in it, so I can connect to it, and it gets me 5G Wi-Fi satellite, and it was like, boom, connected, upload.
Yeah, when I've been planning everything for for this trophy now. Because I'm going to get one of them single wheel trailers. I'm going to start the process next summer. No, mate, because I tell you what, that's one thing I found when we were in the Lake District. More so, there was no internet at these campsites. It was so in the middle of nowhere. I'm going to get myself Starlink, mate, and just stick it on the top of the trailer, and I've got internet all the time. With a power station, you're laughing, you know. And that's the aim. I want to get off grid.
Yeah, the only thing about Wild Bad was obviously they had no, because we went down on the Thursday to set up, and the bar didn't turn up till Friday, and I'm like, I can't survive a night without a beer. I got on the timer. I shot down the local Asda. I come back with like 10 pints of 10 cans of Stella, 10 cans of Foster's, load of waters, and we got like I got dry roast. It cost me like 40 quid, and I turned out and went, "Richie, beer, nuts, peanuts, crisps." And he went, "How much do I owe you?" And I went, "Don't worry about it. Just get me a Guinness or
all right. We'll post some Cambodian in that as well then.
Yeah, we all literally sat in a circle, all drinking. Everyone's like, "Oh, the beers." I went, "Just help yourself." We all had a beer, and I said to Richard, "I went, you can do a little bit of payback for me." He went, "What's that?" I went, "Get your guitar out and start singing." So Richie literally got his acoustic and he sat there just singing songs all night. It was, and I'll tell you what, the best thing about what you go to ABR and it's mad. It's like so many people there. But you go to Wildbad and it's like a nice little family. There was only, I think they sold 400 tickets or something, but there was only like 200, 250 of us there. And it was a nice little close-knit community. But we were all literally just sat there as me, Simon, Tim, all the others all sat there, all just nattering to each other. By the end of the night, and I was like, "Oh, who are you?" "Oh, I'm Solo Moto." "Oh," or Slow Rider. I'm like, "Oh, bloody hell, follow your channel." And you're catching up with all these guys. And I went, "Do you know what? Next year, it's got to be bigger, better." But it was good. The slow bike ride was bloody hilarious.
Was it?
Yeah, trying to do the slowest ride possible. But they had like bike thing there.
Did you take a Lex Moto?
Influencer store was there. So I've now gone with this company called it's 150 quid to join the influencer store. But they market all your t-shirts, your hoodies, your hats, all your bits for you.
Wicked.
You basically give them the designs. They make your t-shirt. You tell them what you want for a t-shirt. So they'll charge, say for instance, they charge you $9.99 a t-shirt. You sell your t-shirt for a tenner. They take 10% of your profit. You get the rest, and you haven't got to worry about the printing. You haven't got to worry about the mailing.
Yeah.
Obviously, they do it all for you. And
I might just use my face as my logo. It's so ugly that the old cum face. Sorry, I try about that.
Fire pit
So,
next year.
like, so
Yeah, definitely. Why did the fire pit get promotion? Because it really knows how to burn them in. Oh, Jesus Christ. Lots of people didn't show. Last year was busier, the same sort of atmosphere. I'll tell you what, it was great because when Richie went on stage, it was, we had to put up with Slow Riders snoring as well.
But, what was it? The weekend, was it?
It was the whole weekend. The Friday night, you had Richie Vida and his band on, which was very good. But the Saturday night, they had like this cover band on, and he did what was it? Radiohead, Creep, and that's one of my favourite songs. So of course I'm singing at the back of the bloody marquee. He's hit the bum note, and everyone's looked round at me because I've hit the long note that he holds, and they're like, "Fucking hell, didn't know you could sing." And I went, "I'm pissed as well." But yeah, it was good fun.
Yeah, I think there should be one in Scotland where this is a wild camp, a whole wild camp for the weekend.
Oh,
that'd be brilliant, man. Like, just could you imagine everyone just getting eaten by midges, like on this wild camp next to, in between, next to a lot.
Thunder on the Glen, which is like just past there, but that's kind of a Harley event. But
yeah.
You would need to get an event up in Scotland where it's just biker.
Whole, like, promote it in Europe. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just get everyone descend on Scotland.
Yeah,
and then just do a mad ride. What's it called? North Coast 500. Like, just make our own one.
Yeah.
You could call it Wild Camp Weekender.
Yeah.
So I think the way that you probably promote it is like you have to get a stamp from 50 pubs around Scotland. And then come back, your 50 stamps in the pubs,
then ride back.
That's your ticket into the event. You had to have a pint.
Who has Snapchat? I've got Snapchat, but I don't share it, unfortunately. My Snapchat is for the motovloggers only.
What's it called?
That's because it's your OnlyFans, Rev.
I tell you what,
I've got a free link.
The OnlyFans made 50 quid this month, and I've had 27 complaints.
Congratulations.
We charge.
Did you fall out with mail?
We charge $5 to be a member, and it's I can't mean something like Naked Bikers or something like that. But people turn up and they go, there's no women, and I went, no, it's just pictures of naked bikes without their fairing.
That's golden, man. That's golden.
And
That
more
is golden.
for you for paying $5 for it. I want a refund. There's no boobs or kitty cat showing. No, it's
Mate, you need to link that.
Yeah, you need to go and find another site for that. But yeah, we made $50 this month.
That's mental, isn't it? That is just.
It just shows you there's sad old people out there that just want to look at.
Yeah. I know, that costs. I want me $5 a day.
OnlyFans does not give refunds, mate.
No, that's that.
That's a good thing, isn't it? If you can get it right, that could be a little gold mine.
Yeah,
couldn't it? You know, like you get something that little thing right on the internet's dangerous, isn't it, for money, mate?
So,
you can get
like I've got a website and it's called sexyfeet.com and it's on OnlyFans and all it is Bilbo Baggins' feet all the way through the Hobbit.
Oh, oh yeah, I've got a damaged foot. I should send you a picture.
Oh,
upload.
You'll get a cut.
I've already got one, thanks.
Quick one from Tim. I got the go ahead for a biker do at my place. Couple of bands, just a Saturday night meet and camp. That'd be good. That'd be good. Let us know details on that, Tim. You've got me channel. Drop me an inbox message.
What, down in Cornwall, yeah? That'd be wicked.
A camping weekend in the southwest. That'd be nice,
mate. Especially if the weather's good. Christ, I love Cornwall, man. Love Cornwall.
It's one southwest rally next week. Yeah.
Well, you know, something. There's a when was it? I did it on the courtesy bike on the African Twin. Me and a few guys from work. We went down to Somerset, and we were literally we're a half hour away from Cheddar Gorge. Yeah. And we went up there, and I did a few TikTok clips of us with the drone, and it mate, I love that place. It's so simple. There's not a lot there, but just that road. I wish there was more of them sort of roads in the UK. But the Western Supermare was crap. It was like Count Duckula.
Rev, can I just say a wee mention to Blake's Pipes?
Yeah.
He was always on. He always supports the channels in the UK. So big thumbs up to Blake's Pipes. Right. Thanks for coming on.
He's just said about. I remember this one. The girl that used to fart in a jar for $100, and she used to send you a jam jar with her. She used to eat like beans and curry and Mexican, and she ended up. The story was she made $42,000 off of selling her farts. The only thing was she ate so much spicy food that it caused gastric problems. Her medical bill was $65,000. So she was actually 20 grand in negative.
Rev,
oh my God!
Rev, there was a foreign student. There was a foreign student that came over to Edinburgh University that used to sit glass milk bottles outside his window and sell Scottish rainwater to the Americans. And they used to buy it.
What?
Yep. Scottish rainwater to the Americans. And they couldn't believe how pure it was. And all he was doing was glass bottles on his windowsill.
Yeah, Wiltshire.
Yeah, it's not Cornwall.
Yeah,
Wiltshire. Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. Let us know when, mate. We'll try and make it. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, and have a little ride out to Cornwall.
Cheers, Blake.
I'm up for that, mate. Yeah. I'll tell you what, it'd be my luck. I'll buy a jar of that bird's fart, and then I open it up and go, oh, it's Kevin's. It's Curtis. Curtis's fart. But you know, so how many people must buy it to smell it? Yeah. Must be so. There's some fetish out there.
There we are. It says she made $200,000 now. Oh, Jesus Christ! Just off.
Unbelievable.
We couldn't even get rid of the neighbours' used knickers on my bloody free giveaway.
Rev, I've been sitting in my letterbox for the last 3 weeks. What are you talking about?
Oh, bless him.
I tell you what, the world's gone potty, isn't it? But there's anyone will buy, someone will buy whatever out there. You know,
Yeah.
it's just crazy. I could probably sell my nephew's dirty nappies if I find the right market.
Oh dear.
Where was
Yeah,
that?
that'd be shit. That'd be a shit job, wouldn't it?
I've got to find that. I've got to find that photo from earlier. Hang on, let me just go into my albums. This is hilarious. Oh yeah, just that was it. Oh god, where's that bloody photo gone? That's hilarious.
So,
Hang on.
Richard, are you riding at all just now, or are you
Yeah, I've got
in limbo?
because I work 7 on, 7 off. I'm on my 7 off. I go back to work next week. I just bought one of the shit work bikes home. If I want to use it, I'll just give them a call because it's all tracked. They get a ping every time it's moved. I just ring them up and go. But I haven't. But it's just, I think not when you've been riding for so long and then you can't like I love going to work because I get to ride a bike.
Yeah.
Like a CB500 or CBR, whatever it is. It's not having your own bike is just so lonely, man. You don't realise how depressed you get.
Yeah.
Because that element of therapy and freedom you get on a motorbike is absolutely priceless. You know, it's just shit. You don't realise like if my credit score was all right, I'd have another bike now. But it's just one of them things you don't realise until you're pretty much shot. But luckily, this guy from I think it's Bike Loan or bikeloaner.com or .co.uk. He's basically, his name's Mick. He's an independent guy. He's the guy who loans you the money, but he goes through an order, and they do check your credit score, but they don't. It's not a computer based. Computer says no.
So
they look at it. They go.
Can I give you? There's another company called Billing Finance.
Yeah, mate. That's who I was with before, and they rejected me because of the 2 CCJs.
Got you. Right,
so that's where I was, because I'm an existing customer. Never missed a payment. And I was paying a high premium. I think I was paying 26.9%.
Yeah.
They wanted me back, but they literally legally can't, because if I'd had 1 CCJ, yes, but where I've got 2 and they're so close together. Whoever this company, I think it's Lowell, the debt people, fucked me there big time. They must have been looking through my window and say, "Oh, he wants finance. Let's fuck him up."
No, but for that, and you think about it this way: is like it's a non-fault claim, which has created the whole situation. So you and I both understand that. They must understand that as well. But they're not in this. They're not in the same market as we are.
No, this is it. This is the thing. It's like, don't get me wrong, and this is why I said earlier, like, if you're a new biker and you're getting finance, be careful, because the risk of all of us, unfortunately, being hit off or being rear-ended or something is high. It's so high now. There's too many vehicles on the road these days, and that risk of you've got to be fully comp if you've got finance. But if you're able to get a personal loan, it's safer in the sense that if you're hit off, you can arrange with your loan company that you can get a holiday break with them and say, look, I've been hit off the motorbike, I'm not at work at the minute, and they'll give you a little bit of breathing space. But you continue on paying, and then when you get the full sum of the value of the bike, you can then take that bike money and go and buy another bike. With the finance, you have to clear the finance, and you're left with whatever is left. So, and in my case, I had 3 years left to pay. So,
but
it shocked me.
In respect of the finance company, so like in my understanding is, when you purchase a bike via a finance company, you do not own the bike until you have made the last payment.
Yeah, that is correct.
If there is an accident,
that's paid off.
Surely it's not you that's looking to be settling the finance and the full it's not in your best interest. Because
it isn't, but it's easy. The thing is, that's what they class as
as
secured
long
loan.
as you're not liable for the accident.
The thing is, it's a secured loan. It's secured on the registration, the VIN number of the bike. So you're pretty
they
much
hold the
stuck
registration
there.
documents. You don't own the bike.
Yeah. So in fairness, the owner should be paying up the finance.
Of course they should.
So you think, but it doesn't, mate. It is. It's just a scam. It's a scam.
It's the biggest scam in the UK.
This is what I've said throughout this whole process. My mind's gone through with insurance. And this is all new to me. Do you know what I mean? This is like the first time I've ever had finance. First time I've had a write-off when I knew it was repairable. And this is what I mean. It's just such a scam. But it's like gangsters don't need to carry guns now.
Not at all.
They just need to have a limited company in that respect, and that is it. It's so sad, mate, that the love and care I put into that bike, and I spent what was it, over £1,000 on the valve clearance just to be peace of mind. It's good. And I've kept on that bike, and even down to the new brake discs. I was so proud of these fucking discs, and they look the bollocks.
Yep.
And I literally got the bike on Saturday back. I rode it back home. I thought, I can't be asked going out on Sunday. Couldn't be asked going out on Friday. Got called to do I want to do overtime? I thought, yeah, all right. And then on the way in, I hadn't even done 26 miles on it, and the whole thing gets written off. And it's just like, fuck, man. So, I always keep up to date.
Can I ask you a question, right? Now, see for the likes of myself, see when I own a motorbike, right, the brake discs always have to be within regulations. So see if I even think that front and rear brake discs are getting close to the limit, it's new brake discs. Brake pads, they're done once a year regardless. So
not on the GTR.
Fork seals, fork
every 2 weeks.
Brake fluid, so coolant. So surely, as an owner who pays his due diligence within a motorbike, could take that to, say, a garage and for them to appraise it.
Yeah.
Because surely my bike, that I have taken the due diligence to push my bike to the upper end of the spectrum for a bike my age, as opposed to Joe Bloggs, who has never oiled his chain, doesn't care about his wheel bearings, he doesn't care about his oils and so on and so forth. Surely my bike's worth more than his.
Oh, God,
you'd think. But the thing is, here's another thing as well. I didn't realise this. A friend of mine, a colleague at work, he got a slight knock. No, was it? No, it was my stepdad. What am I talking about? My stepdad. He was pulling out onto a dual carriageway, one-way system. So he's looking right for oncoming traffic, and then when he's got a clear, he's done that, went to pull away. A fucking cyclist has gone in the road in front of him. He's hit him off. You owe me £1,000 and all that. No. So I'll go through the insurance, but you've gone the wrong way. Right. And on a dual carriageway, you've gone into oncoming traffic in front of someone who you could see weren't looking at you. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like he. And anyway, my stepdad rang the insurance, and it caused ag because potentially just calling your insurance while you've got a premium going puts your premium up. Just that phone call. Like just interfering in their daily routine of getting insurance puts your premium up. So be really careful on ever making that phone call to your insurance while you're inside a policy, because this potentially could up your insurance by £300-400 quid. Just that phone call.
I owned
or finding out advice as well.
I owned a car, and I was driving out my work one day, and outside my work there was a dual roundabout, but there was a lorry company that had a yard up the hill, so when we pulled out of our work, they pulled out of the lorry yard at the same time. So I approached the roundabout and I looked right because I was always aware that the lorries wanted to come onto the roundabout. And I looked up the road and I was actually taking a guy to a train station. And so he's sitting in my passenger seat. The two of us looked and the lorry driver waved me out. And when he waved me out, he continued driving and he hit the side of my car.
What?
So I parked at the side of the road. He came in and parked. Two police officers, a male and a female officer. I spoke to the female officer and the whole side of my car was totally wrecked.
Totally gone.
My mirror, my two doors, my A-frame was all damaged.
Right off.
So I stood with the female officer next to the male officer, and the lorry driver said to the male officer, "There's no damage. That light was damaged when I left the yard," was the statement that he made. And
What?
4 months later, I got a bill in for £3,500 from a lorry company for a full CB light cluster, the full bull bar, the
He hit you,
full front of a lorry, plus a respray.
but he hit you.
Yes, and I went to the police and I got the statements from them through disclosure, and I sent them to my insurance company. And I said to them, I told the insurance company exactly what happened. And the insurance company come back to me to say that this was a non-fault incident. So what I think's happened is the lorry companies had a accident after the event
And then tried to
pin it
claim
on
it. That's the thing. That's on my last incident with the insurance bike. Where I damaged my foot. I thought my foot was hanging. I thought it was held on by skin. Literally, I thought the whole thing was just an ambulance and a police car with the next blow at the front of the next flow of traffic coming towards me, and obviously they pulled me over. But they put me straight in the ambulance, checked me over, gave me gas and air. That's nice.
Yeah.
But I weren't able to take any photos. And I said to one of the paramedics, "Do you mind just taking a load of pictures for me? Because I'm in the back of an ambulance. I need this for the insurance, you know."
Yeah.
And they did. You know, they were actually pretty good. And then the guy who hit me, he was actually works for London Fire Brigade. He was between jobs,
right,
in his own car.
Uh-huh.
But I'm gutted it weren't in a blue light vehicle, because that would have been a nice little claim up. But the thing is, it's always get them photos, man. That's
100%.
fundamental.
You have to document
Fundamental.
it because like when the female officer took my statement, I asked her name. I had her name, and the boy who was sitting beside me in the car also knew who she was, and we also knew who the male officer was. And the two of us, myself and my passenger, heard the lorry driver state to the male police officer that the light that was smashed on the lorry was broken when it came out the yard. The two of us heard.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's another thing as well for any new bikers, scooter riders, or whatever on CBT. Get dash cams put in, get them built-in
100%.
cameras, because that's how I'm investing in on the next bike.
Yourself a nice phone.
But if it's sometimes I've found personally that putting on a fucking camera every time is ag. But it doesn't need to be HD. It just needs to be 480p, £100 built-in camera into your bike. You don't, and it's recorded every time you move, because it will keep you. It doesn't record. You don't have to record all your speed and that.
No,
it's just for the insurance. It shows what happened. When that bloke hit me, when I rode into that bloke, it was his dash cam what faced forward through his window and faces him. Got me the claim.
Yeah.
You know, it was on him, because when he was turning right, cutting through stationary traffic, I've come down the bus lane and he was looking right.
Yeah.
That was his fault. It proved his fault. If you can prove you were doing nothing wrong.
Right,
Honestly, with the insurance, it's so good. It'll save you in some sense.
and without being controversial as well, it's like obviously like if you're stopped with the police and you've still got your camera running as well, it's like it makes sure that I'm not
Yeah.
like it makes sure that they're staying within the law, and they're any interview that they have with you, they're conducting that within their own parameters, not out with anything else, their own parameters.
No,
because
not being funny, these built-in camera systems now, not so much the in-of, because they are fucking expensive. Like they're good, but you can get cheap ones for like 50 quid now with a unit, and if you got two of them on your bike, either side there, facing at an angle, and either side at the back, you are covered. Audio-wise, you're covered. If you're getting pulled over by the police and they're doing something dodgy, if someone's ranting at you or tries to put blame on you, you've got every angle covered, because them cameras now, they cover everything forward, like everything from side to side forward. They're brilliant. You know, it's worth the investment.
I use one of the in-of 6 camera systems, and it's just a crotch and a butt shot from OnlyFans. That's all it is.
You
insurance.
I'll tell you what, there's a really good one that's flying around TikTok at the moment. If you happen to have a TikTok account, go and put in R1 rider caught at 127 mile an hour.
I see it. Yeah.
And we were all sat in the Super Sausage.
How is he alive?
And the R1 came in the Super Sausage. He literally flipped and straight out. But the bad thing was, he couldn't ride it, but he turned off and did the Paulsbury turn, which is like half a mile down on the left. So he's left, shot down the country lane, and it's a narrow road. So there's an oncoming car. He's gained like 500 yards on this bloody cop car. He could have easily just gunned it down the twisties and just chucked it into the twisties and been away. No, he turns right, loses it, and stacks it into the wall.
Oh, mate. What's that video? I see that clip literally a few days ago. A guy through the lanes. It looked like it is in the UK because it was left-hand lane, riding. And he's overtaken on a Hayabusa and didn't know the roads. And then he's come to a T-junction and went straight across into that head. That's that horrible feeling when you know, because I know with the braking, when that guy pulled out, I had like 5 feet to stop. Mind you, I was only doing 15 mile an hour and it just wasn't, but it doesn't matter if I had link braking fully on, it would have just slid out, you know. But to know that your brakes, you know, when you know you're not going to stop, and it's that fucking gut-wrenching feeling, man. It's horrible.
I had one, because obviously we have to give our licenses in every year to the garage to be assessed. Just for insurance, I just want to see the back of your license, front of your license. And Phil said to me, he went, hang on a minute. He said, your bike license 1996. And I went, yeah, that's right. And he went, I thought you took your test in 1981. I went, I did take my test in 1981. I had to take it again in 1996. And he went, why was that? I said, I got a 6-month ban for speeding, but I went to court. Because normally when you get banned for speeding, they give you a car and a bike.
Yeah.
I basically pleaded, like, all right, yeah, I was speeding on the bike, but I need my car for work. I'll lose my job, I'll lose my house, I'll lose my family. And the judge let me keep my car license. But Phil said to me, how fast were you caught? And I went, I was going down the A5. And he went, right. I said, I was on a Fireblade 939.
Perfect bike for that.
Tucked behind the screen. They caught me at Milton Keynes going under the bridge, and the cop car chased after me. It took them down to Stony Stratford to stop me, which was 5.5 miles. But the guy that clocked me, they clocked me at 156.
Yeah, you know, saying them blades are lethal, aren't they? Like, you think an R1's quick, them fire blades are. My supervisor at work had one, and he went up to Scotland for the weekend, literally on that thing. He said he had a sore arse afterwards, but He just shot up to Scotland so quick.
He said to me, he said, I can't fault your riding. You're tucked behind that screen. You're shoulder checking for cars. He said, I can't fault your riding, but I'm going to have to do you for something. And he did me for over 100. He said, I'm not going to read 150. But
do you know why I stopped you, son? Is that because I let you?
Yeah. I was busting for a wee. I needed to get the super sausage.
Well, get this. Guess what? I got a speeding fine the other day. Flashed me doing 24 in a 20. Mate, honestly, I can't believe. And the thing is, I sent off the documents 2 weeks ago. I still ain't heard nothing back. So, yeah, man, it's just. And the thing is, it's 3 points, isn't it?
I would contest it.
Well, the thing is, I was on the work bike going into work, and it's the same route every time. And the reason I know why I sped up is because there's a fucking dead dog right in front of me. I had to speed to get out of its way, and I was like, I was the only one there, you know. But 24 in a 20, you could run faster than that. I would go to the
doctors and get diagnosed as a chronic masturbator or something like that.
No, they've already got a big file on that on me, mate. That really big file. Yeah, you should see it. It's like a big file. oh, actually, there it is.
I bet the doctor's like, Richard, we're no pulling this out again.
Right.
Why not?
We've been on for 2 hours. I've got to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Bloody hell. We've done
then.
That was a good night, man.
We've done an hour more than I normally do. So
fantastic, Paul.
It's been great. I tell you what, without these two guys here, talking about insurance, but you've all got.
It needs to be spoken about, though.
Of course it does.
It needs to be spoken about.
Yeah.
Like the more people that are aware and can, I've been thinking of every way to try and. Do I set up another YouTube channel and just to talk about this?
I think every motorbiker in the UK has to present it to the Houses of Parliament. I firmly believe that. This needs to be like some sort of bill.
It needs to happen, though. That's the thing. It needs to happen. Even down to, just quickly, Rev, sorry, it's even down to the 20-mile-an-hour zone. I don't think they realise how much that affects a motorbiker manoeuvrability, because below 30 you're turning the way you want to go, which in fairness leans you the opposite way, where when you're doing over 30 you counter steer, which pushes you the way you want to go, you know. And I don't think whoever's made up these rules have got it right here for bikers, and it needs to be addressed. I'm scared for my own life. At low speed. That's when you've got to really think. Hang on a second.
You speak to any police biker that wants to ride between 20 and 30 miles an hour, and they're saying exactly what you're saying yourself.
Our engines ain't designed, no motorbike engine. I don't think even a car engine is designed to do below 20 miles an hour. It's like,
of course I'm not.
It's horrible. But the thing is, I think something needs to. I think there needs to be like a revolution. That something needs to happen. Something so big with motorcycle news and everything. Because I haven't seen anything in motorcycle news about it.
Look at France.
They're too busy being sponsored by Missing and Flyer, aren't they?
The French government brought out the wheel clamps, and what the rebellious people in France, the whole sort of philosophy behind stopping the French government from wheel clamping was give every single person in the whole of France super glue.
Yeah.
If you see a clamp, super glue it, because it will cost the government more money to release that clamp than it will to actually get the fine.
Is that a little bit like a little bit like the guys who I don't condone it, but cutting down ULEZ cameras.
Yeah,
totally. Yeah.
Totally. And I'll go on record saying I totally agree with it.
Yeah. Because no one voted for it. You know, this is a thing. I think there needs to be
stealth tax on motorists. It's a whole agenda on the 15-minute cities.
Yeah, this is the thing. When I was going to say earlier, when it came to the London mayoral elections, did you know who was the other candidate to Sadiq Khan in London? Howard Cox. He's the guy from Fairfield, UK. He's a proper motorhead. Do you think, really believe that if he was in power, we'd be having more ULEZ, more restrictions, slow speeds? No, all of that would have been scrapped. And the thing is, no one really voted properly in the mayoral elections, because if you're a car driver or a biker, you should have voted for Howard Cox because of his background. He's the only one who's kept fuel low as possible for us. He's a motorhead. He can't drive his own classic cars into London now without it being, well, you know what I mean? Like,
who's driving the media though, Richard? Who's
is the
putting
catch,
his
isn't it?
name out
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
And that's what it all comes down to.
Yeah, I think Elon Musk got it right when he had an interview with the BBC.
Yeah.
You know, and he nailed it. Well, you guys are liars.
Yeah.
If everyone's getting arrested because of hate speech on Facebook, then the BBC should have no staff.
No, totally.
They should all be behind bars. You know.
Talking of BBC, I can't remember who did the motor vlog on it.
Oh, Savile.
At the house, the Savile house up in Scotland.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah, and someone actually rides up. What a mess! You'd thought they'd have like knocked it down or done something.
I think there's bricks outside for you to throw it at.
Yeah,
it's been raided. It's got graffiti all over it. As far as I'm concerned, that should be a garden. It should be raised to the ground.
Yeah.
I hate it. Like that's the only black spot.
That's the one opposite Glencoe, isn't it?
Yeah. Listen, mate.
It's a gorgeous road, but see that house? And he goes, this is the house, blah, 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 blah.
See where that house is? That house is a prime location. You woke up every single morning, you had the Hills of Glencoe right outside your door. And for it to be that person that owned it, it's horrific.
Yeah.
But anybody that bought that house and restore it, it'd always be known as that house.
It's never going to be rebought. It's like they don't know what to do with the land. I would make it a public park. I would turn it into a garden of remembrance or whatever it has to be, something other than what it is just now.
Yeah. And it's so sad because that road from Fort William all the way up past Glencoe is,
mate, honestly
sensational. Like words can't. Like me and Matt, when we were on our way, here go quickly. When we were on our way towards Fort William from Loch Lomond.
Richard, what way did you go? Did you go through Oban towards?
We went. I don't know names of roads. We went from Loch Lomond, up to the Harry Potter Bridge.
Oh, got it.
And then past to Fort William, and then up round to past Glencoe. Glencoe was on our left when we arrived.
So,
but all the way to Mallaig.
When you go up to Loch Lomond, there's two roads that you can take. You can go left and you can go right. Right takes you straight to Glencoe, and left takes you to Oban. But you can go across. You can go left, and then it takes you right, and it takes you into Glencoe the other way.
No, we went from Fort William. We headed towards Glencoe, and en route there was we pulled in and went up a cable cart on the left, and like them roads. Oh, like Matt, when we were literally 5 miles away, we see the sign for Fort William.
Yeah,
I tapped Matt on the leg, and we're both listening to music. We turned off the link communication. And then I've touched on the leg and there's nothing, right? And then I've put the intercom on and all I'm hearing is he fucking sound asleep on the back. At the same time, my eyes were crossing because I was like fatigued. I just needed to wake up.
Yeah.
And then when we got to Fort William, we had ice cream and double espressos, 2 of them. And then after that, it perked us up. And from Fort William all the way was mind busting. Like every bend was like, fucking hell! Like, we're like, oh my god, who built this?
Richard, how do you describe to another motorbiker how the hills in Glencoe do that and move away?
Like, it's, you know, you can't. Yeah, that's you can't explain it. It's a bit like saying to someone about Thailand if they ain't been.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
Like, not be funny. I'm 41. I couldn't believe Scotland was on my doorstep for 41 years.
Yeah.
You know, and it was on my door. It's still on my doorstep. It ain't like I need a passport yet. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's so doable, and there's so many people that do it on scooters because you can get there on a scooter. You know,
totally.
Mate, I can't wait to go back. Like Matt said, he won't go back again on the back of the bike. He said that 2,800-mile round trip done his arse. He said that is just horrific.
Like I said,
for me,
get in touch with me when you're doing it, mate. And we'll
100%, 100%. Because I just think it just like don't get me wrong, I love riding on my own because you can do what you want, you know.
Yeah.
But to have company is just so cool, you know. All like-minded people riding some of the UK's best roads. Like, I enjoyed Scotland so much more than the Lake District, the Peak District, and the Yorkshire. Well, no, the Yorkshire Dales is weird, but it's like a roller coaster of roads. It's like up down. But Scotland, the open plainness of everything, and then you're getting swallowed out. It's like you're getting eaten by these fucking mountains. Like, but it's so spacious as well in the fresh air. Oh, different world.
It's an absolute theatre to ride a bike.
Yeah. And then the Isle of Skye, just on its own. It's just like, holy fuck! Like, how does this exist? Like, I think I got really teary because when I left Matt on the Isle of Skye, we had a day apart just to clear our own heads. But there's things I wanted to do and things he wanted to do.
Yeah.
I dropped him off at the ferry pools, which meant he had to walk back to the campsite. Like, it took him 5 hours to walk back. But I did the 155-mile round trip to Applecross. And I went right round the coast and then up from the pub, up it. Yeah. When I came down the other side, I was in tears, mate. I couldn't believe this existed. When it's saying overwhelmed you, I was actually on the phone, intercom, talking to my mum and stepdad, going, fuck, this is unbelievable. Like, I can't believe this. How long's this been here? You know, everything is so grand on a grand scale. Like, people would look at me and go, fucking, you ain't been Austria. or Switzerland. No, I ain't. But for something which is on my doorstep, like that, is simply, there's no words to explain the emotions what go through your head. To do it on a car, I don't think you can, and enjoy it as much as on a motorbike.
Every single bit of it is 2.5 to 3 hours away from myself. So, like, I'm so proud that I've got that in my back doorstep.
You know, so everyone said to me at work, would you move to Scotland? I've gone, no. Not because of the midges. It's the fact that I want to keep visiting it. You know, and like, I don't want it to become, same old. You know, like anything in life.
You're right.
Keep visiting is just like, wow. But
you're right, because I do have it all on the door.
We might be doing another hour.
will I visit it all because there's other things going on in my life? It's like, obviously you come up to Scotland and you'll say to yourself, I need to tick this and this box, and I think to myself, well, that's only 2 hours away, so I can do that at any time. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
totally. The thing is that we had to tick boxes on our trip because we had a ferry, which was unrefundable. So we had to get to the hotels in Lake Windermere, and then I'm so gutted about the drone footage. We storyboarded so much; it was going to be 2 idiots like Top Gear, the whole footage. But what we got on the mobiles didn't work when we look back without the drone footage. It just wouldn't. So all my videos from Scotland, what's it called? Dolby and Early, the adventure. Fucking so shit. But I made the best of what we had. But if we'd have had that footage from the drone, holy shit, there was so many good scenes like from that, especially even in Lake Windermere. What we managed to record with the drone in Lake Windermere was mind-blowingly 4K. Wow, like Top Gear style. Wow, like even we had it tracking us and everything. It was just mental.
That's what makes what we do absolute horseshit. Sometimes you can go, I'm going to go for a 5-minute run, and it turns out to be a 10,000 view spectacular. And then you plan a massive big journey and drones and this and that, and it's like 100 and odd people watch it, and you're like, what the fuck?
You know, I've never set up the YouTube really, because I set it up when I for Scotland. It was so me and Matt could look back later on if we ever have kids and go, check that out. That's what your granddad did, sort of thing. But the thing is, if people enjoy what we do, then it makes it more enjoyable to make. You know, it makes you want to make more. You know,
like the one we did to Emma's Calf, where we literally went up, drove through Woburn, went up through the deer park, turned around on the gravel, come back and parked up. And people are watching that one, and the comments we're getting, people are messaging me, oh, where was that deer park? And I went, it's Woburn Abbey. Oh, yeah, it's literally a mile to 2 miles down the road from my house. We're literally on I can open my back window and look out into the woods. Normally you'll see the little car lights in a circle, and you're thinking what they doing in the car park. But Woburn Abbey is brilliant. It's like a mile down the road. People are like, oh yeah, it's great to see you two out, you and Kathy out. Oh, what was that church? And it's like, I think it's 17th or 18th century. And I literally stop, look at the church and move on to Triumph Woburn. And everyone was like, oh, and I went, just Google the church. The church is fantastic. And then people start looking at it and go, oh my God, it's owned by the Duke of Bedford. Well, yeah, that's what the whole of Woburn Abbey is. And and they go, oh, he's best mates with like Neil Diamond. Yeah, Neil Diamond's always in Woburn. Neil Diamond flies over from America 3 or 4 times a year to come and stay in Woburn and drinks in the local pub. And everyone's going, God, you don't half look like Neil Diamond. Yeah, because I am.
You know what I did find really, which was really heartwarming about the trip to Scotland. Well, the whole trip through the Yorkshire Dales, Lake District, and Scotland and the Isle of Skye was the people you meet en route. It really, like, they were all fascinated how the fuck I was riding that bike, because it looked like a skip, you know, and it is like. Even when we went to Edinburgh, fuck me, only me and Matt could turn up in Edinburgh. He had booked a room for the night in the Premier Inn. We get there and they go, no, it's for tomorrow night. Right? And we're like, well, have you got a room for tonight? No, it's Edinburgh Festival. And we're like, what? We found a place for one night, this 2-bedroom room for 560 quid. We spent 2 hours in it. You know, we had a little nap, had a shower, went out, got back, had a nap. Then we had to wake up early to get out. And then I had to ride with the biggest hangover over to the Premier Inn, and we spent the whole day in bed.
All right.
Literally. But what a night out.
Say hello to all the motovloggers.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
I've got Stuart on, Richard GTR. Jamie's on as well. Jamie's just got in from work, so I'm still going at it.
Did you win?
No, it's not the missus, mate. It's Kathy.
Oh, hello.
I just thought, so Billy Partner's on. Yeah, we're just chatting about insurance, and Stu and Richard are chatting about Scotland. We're looking to do a Scotland trip if you want to come to Scotland.
Yeah, no.
Seeing as your dad's Scottish and a wee drum and all that. Right, we'll organise that. I'll message you in the morning.
I just think Scotland will be. I'd jump at going back. I would, because it was absolutely out of this world. Because it was the hospitality from the locals. They loved us being there, you know. And it's like, people get get sucked into the mainstream media where Scotland wants to have independence. They hate the English, and mate, it's totally the opposite for what I experienced. Yeah, mate, and I was like, in some sense, there's a few times when I spoke to a few locals and I said, you know, sir, I actually hope you get your independence because there's only London which is going to fuck this up because it's so beautiful. You know, you know, and that's my personal feeling. You know, I think Scotland's just an unbelievably beautiful place, and besides the Lake District, and so if I wanted to move somewhere, it'd be Cornwall, because it feels like home there. You know, like finishing work and going down to the beach and watch a book, or go down to a nude beach or something and chill for a little while. You know, but Scotland, I want to keep visiting. It's one of them places I want to keep exploring. There's so much to explore. It's unbelievable. I think I could get to Scotland quicker, like even just Glasgow, say.
I'm trying to figure out what
getting to Cornwall
on the telly behind me.
I don't know what the missus has got on.
I was like, God knows what the hell is she watching back?
Copyright strike.
These little purple things.
That better have been Z-Head's YouTube channel.
What happened with you, Jamie?
I forgot to tell you, Stu. Kathy's dad's Glaswegian.
Oh, well, he's a good man then.
You always used to pull up in my van because Kathy used to live 3 doors from me at my old house, and he's like, "Come on in, boy, have a wee dram."
Jay, what happened with you on WhatsApp? Say go down or something with some people, or you all right? A week or so ago?
Oh, your biker meet, Jamie.
Oh, yeah. So the last video I did with the Pear Tree Bike Night, because I was invited down to do a vlog because they just started doing an all-year round bike night.
Yeah. And
we, as Dave knows, we had a couple of plonkers riding on 125s on ours, and put it this way, they were as dangerous as they could come.
My sort of people.
Go and watch the video, mate, because they're trying to pop wheelies on the 125. But then one of the big bikers goes past, and he's just to go past, and this 125 didn't even shoulder check, and he goes boom, tries to get around.
No mirrors on either of them either.
No mirrors, and he hooks himself out. It was just the expertise of the other biker, and he was like brake, move, bang.
We did work them on the other end, but obviously, you know, it was falling on deaf ears when
But you know, I agree with what you said earlier about. There's people like Michelle, Andy's missus, who's a competent rider. She's on a CBT, and there's people that only need a CBT. The trouble is, with a CBT, they don't teach you to ride.
No,
you don't get any experience. So you've got I'm in London every day. The amount of scooters going through red lights. Like, you look at some of the scooters, you go, how the fuck is that even past an MOT?
Right,
you know, big wooden metal plates where they've got their polystyrene box on them, you know, and it's like, they're death traps. But it's not knowing to ride. And like Jamie's a prime example. You've just got your license and you've been taught how to ride. And I think that should be sort of a compulsory in the UK. In the sense that
everybody should at least do. So you get your mod 1 or your mod 2, or you do your DAS. I think within 2 years of you doing that, you should either go and do a ROSPA ride, an IAM ride, or a bike safe or a bike down course.
They do.
100%. Yeah.
I do bike safe and bike down every year, and I turn up and they go, "You were here last year. Why do you need to do it again?" But you can never get enough training.
Yeah. Like, the thing is,
I ride at 80% of my ability. You know, I never push myself to the limit, especially when I've got precious cargo on the back. If I'm on my own, I'll push it a little bit. But yeah, and I say to them, you know, I go out and ride with like the Met boys. I'll go out and ride with the IAM or the ROSPA boys. We'll go out and do group rides together. And they go, yeah, but why'd you do it with them? You should just go out and ride on your own. Yeah, but it's going to be that one time where that little bit of knowledge that you've picked up is going to save your life.
But yeah, watch the video and you'll see what we were on about. But the guy got a bit gobby with me on Insta, so I stopped arguing with him because I thought, I ain't going to talk to you about this anymore. And then someone who claimed to be from a bike club or something started And with that,
Yeah,
obviously, Dave and everyone got involved. But yeah,
Oh, yeah, as long as you're all right, don't
yeah.
fuck 'em. You know,
Sorry,
the thing is,
mate, Dave,
it's kids like that what won't last long on the road. That's the thing that end up killing themselves.
Yeah,
But it's taking
they'll
out
be-
someone
they'll be
else in the process.
by the end of the year. Yeah, squid meat.
Yeah, Exeter rider there just looked at directions to Glencoe, 8 hours away. I think I'm about the same. I think I'm about the same. I'm in Essex, so it's like it'd probably be about the same to Glencoe. But the thing is, that's something to take into account if you ever go to Scotland. If your sat nav says 2 hours, put another 2 on it.
We lost Ed.
Because you'll never. The sat nav timings are very, very deceiving. The thing is, a sat nav will only sees you going horizontal. It doesn't see inclines or declines. So when you're going up a hill, it doesn't actually show up the it doesn't give you a true speed and the calculation for time, and that's the fact. You know, I noticed that going to Cornwall years ago. It says 2 hours, and then I look back down an hour later, it's still saying 2 hours. So what the fuck? I haven't got anywhere.
2 hours and 20. I need to get to bed in a minute. I did say that I was going to stop at 10 o'clock. We're still bloody going.
Dave, I've got a bit of advice I need from you.
Go on.
So I've got a bit of water in my HT cap again tonight, so the bike keeps like bogging and cutting out when it stops. What's the best way to keep the water out?
Spray it with silicone spray.
What's that? Just all over the HT cap, is it?
All over the HT cap, silicone spray. That will get rid of the water.
Yeah, because I was on my way to work. I was on Burgess Road, and it just completely cut out. Pulled over. I eventually managed to get it going again.
Yeah.
And it just it'll idle for a bit, and then it cuts out. You'll fire it back up, then it cuts out.
Yeah, just whack a bit of silicone spray. If you can get, you normally get, if you go to Alfred's or one of the motor factors, ask them for the PTFE spray or silicone spray. It's on a long plastic. Just get the tube in there and just fill the thing up. Because what it will do, it will get rid of the moisture. But the rest just evaporates with the heat of the bike, so it won't catch light. It will just evaporate with the rest of the bike. Just a little bit of similar to GT85, but you're better off with the PTFE spray, which is like the plasticky stuff, because you'll get a layer of plastic form and seal it.
Okay, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna wind up, or try to wind up. I need to get to bed, guys.
No bother, mate.
Rev, I can't wait to see you guys on my Triumph Trophy busting out some drum and bass, mate, when I pull up through the speakers.
I'll tell you what, Richard, we're going to have to try and get Scotland in before the end of the year, mate.
If I can, mate. When's actually quickly, Zed? When does the weather really start turning up there?
Now,
it is now, isn't it?
The rain has just started to get cold, so
yeah. Any time, isn't it? Fuck, man.
It's getting there.
I'll have to get them stuck.
Either end of this year or beginning of next. I'm definitely getting up to Scotland, boys.
I'd have to get some studded tyres then, wouldn't I?
Right. I'm going to wind up, guys. Thanks to Richard. Thanks to Stu Zedhead. Thanks to Jamie down there. Everybody in the side chat. There's far too many people to mention. Exeter Rider and Blake's Pipe, Slow Ride. Everybody, Ange, Steve, God, there was loads in tonight. Don't forget, give it a thumbs up on the way out, guys. We do it every Friday night, and it's just a forum to air your views. And just tell us what you like. Well, I've just let these two guys go out and chatting insurance, and it needed to be aired. It really did.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it was definitely. So there is no agenda to a Friday night. I don't look on a particular subject, but it was great to have everybody in just chatting about what they needed to get off their chest. So hopefully Richard will get his Triumph trophy soon. Jamie will sort his start plug out. Zed will get out on his bike this. If you haven't seen Zed's videos, go and look at the Osmo Action 4. The first one, it literally sounded like he was sat in his armchair. If you listen to the first one, it literally sounds like a post edit. It is that good. Now he's got a bit of engine noise, but the audio off the DJI mics, I can't say Osmo 4 enough. They are amazing cameras. Obviously, Peaky started it. I went and got one. Zed's now got, everybody is going to DJI and dropping GoPro. GoPro will be out of business by the end of a couple of years because DJI have just upped the game. Thanks, everybody. VJ just said, ride on Sunday. No, I am not out this weekend. I have made an agreement with Mrs. B. I spend far too much time out on the bike. So every other week, I am going to be spending a weekend at home with the missus. So she's going to be out this weekend with me. Next Sunday, though, so next week, Tuesday, we have the Toxic Throttle Club. Keep an eye out for that. Thursday, we got Oakley Bike Night. Sunday, we are back at Triumph in Woburn. We've been invited back to Triumph to have a look around the garage and have a look at one of their new bikes.
Oh, lucky sod.
I know, which I am going to be having a look at and having a sit. They won't let me ride the bloody thing.
Lev, while you're there, just say, look, you got a mate who's really keen to own a Triumph Trophy. If they've got any spare, they want to just give me. I'm all for it.
Yeah, so not this Sunday, but the following Sunday. Next Friday as well is the giveaway. We were going to do it tonight, but I am waiting on 2 more prizes to come. Wait for next Friday. Now, if you're watching this back on video, very, very quickly, if you want to be in the draw, you cannot enter until 8 o'clock that night. You need to be on the stream, and all you need to do is say, put me in. I will add your name to the draw live on the stream. Add your name in. We start taking names at 8 o'clock when we go live. At 8:30, we will spin the draw. Obviously, Ange won a Norton battery pack last time. Gus won a Cardo Black. We gave away some coasters. I'm still waiting for the guy to come back for the coasters. He never came back to me. So if you don't want them, tough. This one is going to be bigger. It's going to be better. I'm not going to tell you what the giveaway is, but I've got nearly 500 quid's worth of giveaways from companies saying, can you plug our product and give it away? By all means. If you happen to be a manufacturer, a company, and you want to give your product away, Triumph, brand new bike, please. BMW extra lights for Andy GSA tractor. But we've got a load of giveaways for next week. But I'm going to bail now. Right, I've spoken enough. Thanks to Richard. Thanks to Jamie. Thanks to the man himself from Scotland, Zedhead. Go and watch his videos.
Yes.
Yeah, go and look at Jamie's one.
Jamie, all the best, pal.
Bike night. But until then, guys, thanks, Richard. Thanks, Jamie. Thanks, Zedhead. Thanks, everybody in the side chat. See you same time, same place, next Friday. Keep safe. Enjoy the weekend. And as always, be well, ride safe. And it's a big goodbye from me. We'll see you soon. Take care.
See you later.